Oh my god, no, it was so bad. So my first game day, I was solo queue, and I was like, hi Nick, how you doing tonight? The first game, I was solo queue, and I had 2 people on my team. The entire, like, maybe 19, 20 rounds or so, they got a total of 2 kills each. I'm like, holy fucking shit. Then I go and play with my team. And it's just fucking Smurf City. And honestly, some of the people actually seem like a little sketchier than just smurfing. Like, there is some, like, insane motherfuckers. And then my last game, the last ranked game, actually wasn't, like, super bad. We're kind of keeping up a little bit. We're in overtime for a bit. But there's this one round, and I don't know what the fuck happened. It probably looked so sketchy. It probably looked like I toggled or some shit. Because I was doing ass. I was, like, 3-11 or some shit like that. And just out of nowhere, each round, I'm, like, getting, like, the nastiest headshots. Like, one round I killed 4 of them myself. I was like, this is fucking insane. And then, of course, the enemy team wanted to fucking draw. And just like, fucking, oh my god. And from that, so from the entire day of playing Valorant, I made a net total of negative 46 points. I got a singular RR from that one draw game. Oh my lord. Hey, I didn't watch you play it. No, I'm only catching you feeding me, old man. He's, look like ugly. Seriously? It's fun, that wouldn't mind. Another game to miss the birds around, right? Oh, we could totally fuck with Butters in that game. I feel like my circadian rhythm is all like flip-flopped. I'm farting at the beginning of streams now. I'm farting. Nice, I want you to play some more. So it's on good outside. Oh, Rice is the best. I'm good though, thank you. Hey, you're trying too much? You're trying too. I don't see why. I'm upset because I think we could have actually fucking won that shit. I don't mind drawing if I legit think, you know, like this is really fucking iffy. But I think we could have fucking won that shit. But whatever. So we are going to get back into our spooky horror game novels. I'm really excited to see where this goes. Let's see. Okay, here you go. Thank God, just going back to where we were. Also, so hopefully the VOD doesn't get fucked up somehow. I switched my cheers. Hey, my how's it going well, man? How you doing tonight? Also, check the beer. Make sure you check him out. Your last line is awesome, wonderful, easy peasy, beautiful cover girl. Man, good, thank you. Worked a little bit on the redeems because I kind of like reshaping the head pad to be like purely on my head, but then I got a new redeem and I was like, oh shit, I have to use like the entirety of the screen now. Well, this doesn't fucking work. Wait, let's see if it, oh, there you go, wait. Thank you for the mwah. Hey, hi money, how you doing tonight? It works, it's perfect. That's amazing, thank you. I love that so much. Oh yeah, right? I found it on Twitter. I was like, oh fuck yeah, I want to make this a thing now. We say moi all the time and I want to kiss things all the time. So like, this is perfect. That's so cool, right? Alrighty. I got my ice water ready today because there's so much talking going on. And I put 8 ice cubes just for good luck. No, I think tonight I'm really into this, so you know we'll do Arthur on the next night. Is I mean, you know, my goal is just to get through the entire series. I guess you know when we get through it, you know, this doesn't matter so much. 8 cubes, that's right. 8 cubes. It's beautiful on the side of the machine's very dimple. It's far too easy to get them to pay attention and enraptured. Hang on to my every word and follow my every mood. Yes, okay. Reading is difficult today. Although it would have been stifling had I not grown used to such stares. Most are respectful, some are hostile if we are honest, and a few are downright inappropriate. After all, I am...
On a right!
There's a moment of agitation as a familiar but less than welcome face approaches me with a suggestive smirk on his face. Of course I have to keep a benevolent smile and greet him as I greet any good friend. After all, this man can turn heads, being famous in his own right.
Officer Lee! What a pleasant surprise. I didn't think you'd have the time to attend tonight's party.
That's not the voice I expected, right? He's more Luke's friend than mine, really. I'm quite sure I only invited his wife. Much like I am only friends with the Chief Inspector because of Luke. Luke is only friends with Rochelle because of me. Unlike how I treated Lee, however, Luke never hid his animosity for the Lee matriarch. It was an odd sort of friendship where we would have awkward double dates. I don't even recall his first name. It started with an N. Oh no. No more N-words in this game, please! I think. I might be wrong. Aside from being Chief Inspector of Lexborn Police, his wife, Rochelle Lee Vance, owns a General Electronics company, fridges and freezers mostly. No, right?
Oh, I always have time for my favorite socialite couple. Might I say, you look positively ravishing tonight. I see the husband isn't with you.
Dude, this guy is so creepy. A quick little recap of where we left off? Yeah, sure. Okay, so. Okay, sure. So, can you please too early for this shit, dude, right? Okay, I found a creepier voice, right? Okay, actually, so I had to tell you guys a little something. Okay, so, recap. So, last episode, so to speak, we played as Isabella. We started out trying to sell the house and everything. Turns out it was cursed as shit, as the urban legends foretold. So, we are freaking out and shit. So our friend Zach is just like, hey, how about we get the house blessed? So we agreed to it. We eventually are able to sell the house to the rights, the bitch one of the bitches we're playing as right now. So we sell the house and you know, this shit's bothering Isabella a lot. So they go to try to do the blessing on the house, and when they get there, Rose and the rights are there. And she has to try, you know, convince them, like, yeah, let's do the blessing and shit. The Luke, the husband of the character we're playing right now, called Zach the N-word. And that was very like, oh my god. So they let them do the blessing. Hannah's kind of like, oh, I think that's a cute idea and stuff. So they do the blessing, and you know, they think like, okay, everything's like okay and stuff. What? I shit you not. If you want to see in the VOD, it is at 3 hours and around 32 minutes or so. Maybe a little before then. Yeah, it was fucking crazy. They just out of nowhere. I tried joining on the right time for this night. Full on uncensored and everything. Who said the N-word? The character, one of the characters in the game. The husband of the character we're playing right now. Right now we're playing on the channel, without the channel. So right now I'm playing as Hannah. She is the one of the lady, or like the wife of the couple that bought the cursed house that Isabella, we were playing as yesterday, was trying to sell. So we find out a bit about Isabella as well. You know, she wanted to be an artist and stuff. You know, she got a degree in fine arts, and she couldn't pursue it anymore because her father became ill. So she got into, you know, the house selling business and stuff to try to get money to pay for her father's treatment and to help, you know, with the family stuff, because her family's from the Philippines, you know. Money be tough. That's so cool too, dude, right? Yeah, she's oh nice. Hey, you. I'm good, thank you for asking. It's chilled on Valorant today. So we think everything's like all good and dandy after the blessing, and we're in our room, and it turns out Rose was found killed. Our co-worker, the green hair lady. And on the walls in her room was written "Help me," like on the note that we found, you know, the chain letter thing. So we're just like, what the fuck? So we have the option to either stay home or go to work. So I picked to go to work. And we're in the office. We're the last ones in the office, you know, trying to take care of some stuff. And then a printer goes off on its own. So we go to check it out, and you know, there's 5 pages, and one of the pages is just like the chain letter, you know, it says like help me all over it. The lights turn off in the office, like no one's in the building and shit, minus the janitor who we haven't seen for a few minutes. And then the curse lady is there. So we have to hide under a desk with a quick time event. And that is the last part we see before we switch over to Hannah's story. And now we have to talk to this creepy ass fucking man. Okay, so I was just like, I'm surprised they said that shit without any like real warning or anything. So in the beginning of the game, when it's loading up, there is actually a disclaimer, but it literally passes for like a second or so. Like I didn't even have time to read it fully, but the most it says it uses explicit language or something. I was just like, that is not good enough warning for me. Let's see, the way he eyes me up is enough to make my skin crawl. Yeah, that's really fucking creepy. I just wish Luke is here to fend off the more unseemly of our peers. You know the ones. Men are just a bit too friendly, starting to lying at my assets and getting close just because my husband is not here. To think they had the gall to do this at my own party. In my own house, if I might add. Like any high society woman worth her salt, I know how to handle it with grace and dignity.
I suppose you are looking pleasant as well. Luke's busy with work, unfortunately. Michelle isn't here?
A shame. I do hope he isn't causing you much trouble. That husband of yours can be a bit daft sometimes, acting like he's still some young bachelor.
You're one to fucking talk.
The wife sends her regards and her apologies, but something came up with a doctor and she needed to attend to it. You know her, being pregnant and all.
Gamer words would be a lot more effective. Honestly, though, like, everyone knows what gamer words is. I feel like explicit language just really could be anything. There's a door officer, big dude, right? He makes small talk. So we talk about his penis. Rather, I'm forced to do so, as he would not leave my side after finding his place there. Much of my chagrin? What the fuck is a chagrin? That's right, chagrin. I've been extricated? What are these words? But extricated? Extricated? Chagrin. But then the few who flock in hopes of flattering. In hopes of flattering, if I can tolerate them far better than Lee. He's a nice enough person, and I adore his wife, who is obviously the brains behind the two. But there's something unsettling about him. I do not trust him as much as I want to. He regaled to me tales of Luxborn Police Department, a different affair to the usual gossip I'm privy to. And though I'm loath to admit, it's interesting nonetheless. I expect the topic of business to die off quickly, which would be understandable enough due to the confidential nature of his work. But oh boy, was I wrong!
So, wearing civvies, I steal and drive off with one of the police mobiles, right? In the mirror, I see the new temp chasing on foot and screaming about theft.
Is it nice? That's the key. Appreciate
The look
the
on his
temp.
face was priceless when I parked it in the garage.
Oh my. You made him chase you all the way home for a prank. What did Rochelle have to say about that?
Michelle has a strange love and hate affair with Lee. I don't think there should be any hate for your husband. He is a married man who did not grow up past his early 20s, judging by the way he acts. Surprisingly enough, they've been married for a good 20 years. A lifetime if you compare it to my marriage of 7 years with Luke. I, on the other hand, well, Luke is no Lee. I should be happy about that, I suppose. Although, my darling did have his moments.
There, the wife pulled my ear and gave me a good talking to, though. Besides, we live in a flat a block away, so it wasn't much of a grand chase.
Weren't you living in a house near the countryside?
Moved for work, you know. Or you probably don't.
No, I don't. But a flat in downtown. I suppose if that's what you like.
Oh, it's horrid. Hate that tiny place, no matter how convenient it can be for work. 55 square yards are not enough when you need to get away from the wife.
Damn.
I wouldn't mind a place away from the city. Even started looking at the ads.
What are you buying? Honestly,
I spied an
though.
interesting lot, actually. Heard
Do you
it
think
was
it's actually
finally
the same
put up for
person?
sale. Or that something mansion, you know the one with all the ghost stories.
I know what he's talking about. There are really only a few urban legends around here. It's...
The Ermagood Mansion?
That's the one. Worthy of a king it is. I'd buy it myself, but Rochelle would only gripe if I brought it up to her.
Did she buy it just out of spite? Wait, there's that guy. Nothing right, right?
Not to mention all the expenses a place like that will be a real fixer-upper. You also have to find someone willing to work there with how superstitious people can be.
If it becomes a problem, just hire someone to do an exorcism.
Actually, I do know of someone who could be up to the task. You remember the Ludgates party at their Christchurch summer residence?
Of course. It was an excellent soiree. Everything was so classy, too. Such good taste.
Sean possibly,
Oh,
right?
that place was a pigsty until they hired out this interior designer and they turned it into a bloody palace.
Wait, it's called Pigsty? I thought it was Pigstein.
She worked for the Exodus for their apartment in Soho too, and they recommended her when we were looking up pieces for our beach house in Porto Colom.
Oh shoot, there's a... fuck. There's a horror movie, something in Soho or something like that, maybe, but it is a good horror
I think
movie.
I
I'm
have a
trying to
business
think.
card, right? No, I must have left it in my other jacket. Anyway, she's called, what's her name? McCullough. Marianne, I believe,
Your
yes.
last name's Solo! Yeah, that one's really good. Highly recommend if you guys are looking for a good horror movie.
But truly, if anyone were to get that place in McCullough, well, they'd be the envy and the talk of the town.
The lady! Oh shit, I think she did do it for the clout!
Well, if you put it that way, I might just snatch it up for myself.
Oh my fucking god, I keep doing that.
This place was starting to feel a bit small lately anyway.
Sure, a 3-story penthouse may not fit the definition of small for some people. Okay, maybe a lot of people, but it isn't big enough to have grand parties in. As it is, I only invited about 30 people to this one, and it already feels cramped in here. Certainly it would be nice if I didn't have to ride an elevator up and down several floors if I could get anywhere as well. All Luke's words and not mine. Besides, I've been looking for a good anniversary gift. Luke might like this one. Where is he anyway? Luke is dressed to the nines as he usually is, and he looks ready for whatever the day will throw at him. His butler and valet wait at his side just in case he isn't as ready as he looks. Oh, sure, that's normal. What's confusing me is the fact that he is on his way out of the penthouse, considering we won't have anywhere to go until much later.
Where are you going?
I am to attend the Triad Autumn tasting. I do believe I informed you of this 2 weeks ago.
Jesus pussy, bitch!
Yes. And might I remind you that I had stricken that off your schedule? Because 1, the doctor told you to stop consuming so much alcohol. And 2, I informed you a few days ago about the open house we are going to attend in its place. I've even found this marvelous interior designer, Mary Ann McCullough.
Huh, do you think we're just gonna get backstory
It's
from
a
these people?
3.5-hour drive to Cardiff. I don't have time for this. This is like that little party you threw all over again. You don't inform me of it, and you expect me to stay and be a gracious host when I have business elsewhere. You know how I operate, Hana. Unless this was penciled in, I am sticking to my schedule.
If I may intrude, the madam is correct. Your physician did insist you moderate your drinking, unless you wish to incur acute pancreatitis.
I like this guy's voice.
And you did have this open house penciled in last Wednesday morning.
Bullocks, I don't remember doing so.
Well, you did. While
His
very
voice is
hungover.
right. Oh, brother, his voice is good and right. He did. Moaned about me being too loud, but gave in after some pushing. Perhaps that was a bit too cruel and manipulative of me, but...
Whose side are you on?
Come on, Luke. You promised we'd do whatever I want this weekend.
Gordon Bennett, fine. I am giving this house tour of yours a chance. But if it proves to be a waste of time, I am going to Cardiff and you are going to take a cab home. Are we clear?
Dude, this man sucks. It's just a bit of a husband and wife tit for tat, isn't it? All couples have their arguments. Once the honeymoon phase is over, as they seem to call it, reality sets in that you and your partner might not always see eye to eye. Perhaps it hasn't been the years. 7 of them is nothing to scoff
I
at.
just cannot bloody believe I agreed to this. I was really looking forward to the triad tasting.
Oh, bitch, this guy is right! Look at this guy, steps on Lego right? What color? What flavor Lego? Well, sometimes I think it's something a bit more than just simple disagreements. I have to stop myself from wondering where we went wrong. Was it the blatant racism?
There's always the triad Christmas
Was it
tasting
his
in
tiny
Manchester next
penis?
month, and that'll
I
only
just
be
don't
an
know.
hour and a half drive.
Sorry, you go on, Johannes. I'm just having my thoughts. Hello there, hi Crazy, how you doing tonight? Have I been neglectful? Have I offended? Yeah, I offended. Have I acted shamefully?
Yes, but Cardiff.
Certainly, any pause can be discussed. As long as he doesn't turn me away.
Well, there goes my good mood. Are you happy now, Hana?
Defend myself!
Yes, I am very happy, Luke. Because for once in a very long time,
he's gonna
we are
hate
doing
this.
what I want.
He's gonna hate this. Wait, no! Stop loving me! You don't get this pussy! No! Lester, thank you so much for the love. Or sorry for the high. Thank you. How you doing tonight?
I'm ecstatic.
Oh God, right?
Understood. And this would be perfect if you stop acting like a child who needs their nappy changed.
Ooh.
We will be leaving after lunch for the Ermengarde mansion. You are going to park your rear in the car and keep mum. And you are going to behave during the tour.
Damn it, right here his ass! Harley, my wolf night, how you doing tonight? Needs to say, Lucas looks a bit shocked at my little outburst. He opened and closed his mouth a few times, struggling to reply, before he crosses his arms to look like, well, the moping child.
Any more rules for this little excursion of yours, Your Highness?
No wine.
No wine? Unacceptable! I am already not allowed to the tasting, and you would deprive me of that simple pleasure?
If I see you take one sip today, I will put the stocks under lock and key. Do you understand me?
Damn! You're fantastic, I'm so happy to see you guys. So glad you're doing fantastic today. That makes me happy to hear. I'm always happy to see you
Don't
too.
forget the bottles he keeps in his dresser.
Whose side are you on?
How many times in one day can you ask that?
Yeah, we have original toys, right? Thank you so much for the headband. Thank you.
As many times as I need you, traitor.
The ride to the mansion is quiet, with Luke having stared out the window the entire way, not paying attention to anything around him. Meanwhile, I am conflicted. I don't know if I should apologize for changing his plans like that. But by the time we arrive at the mansion and I see his eyes light up in genuine interest, apologizing isn't last thing on my mind. Really, Paige and Jill hands? They got double honestly, though. The whole affair with the Ermengarde mansion is certainly an interesting experience. The place has been renovated and restored by the owners to what they claim to be acceptable standards. The mansion itself looks like something befitting a fairy tale or a period piece. It's tastefully decorated and, with a little bit of love and attention, I'm sure it could be a place Luke and I can call home. And the number of other prospective buyers that have come from the powerful and wealthy of Luxborn certainly did not disappoint, marking this estate as prime property. The leads are amongst the group who went with the Rose Woman, and I saw a few other notable faces, though I did not really feel like mingling. Fortunately for every one of them, the Reds are interested in buying. Ah, nice evil combination there, Wolf. What's been bugging my mind, however, is that Isabel. What's her problem? God, she looks so weird in this form. I still don't quite understand what is happening. One moment she is scrambling to give us the paperwork to finalize the sale. Then she's panicking over some sort of prank letter or another.
Dear me, is Isabel all right?
It's apparent with the way she shakes and by the pallor of her skin, something has really shaken her up.
Isabella,
Feels
do you
off,
need me to
right?
call that ambulance?
I'm worried, but it will be best if she's attended to by someone more familiar to her, like her partner. You know, bad. But even then, the girl refuses Rose's offered drink and looks just about ready to make a run for
No,
it.
I'm just feeling a bit out of it. Excuse me. I'll be back. I just need to catch my breath.
And she does so, just as I predicted, and her partner follows like a concerned mother. There's an awkward air among us as we are left in the wake of whatever that was. The others murmur and gossip with each other. I almost said spanking of the poor. Speaking of the poor, daft girl, and telling the tale to whoever was not audience to the act in the first place. It doesn't take too long for the woman Rose to return to pull us aside into the study for what I rightfully assume is damage control. Rose invites Marianne in too, hoping to apologize to her as well. But the woman refuses, saying she is not one of her clients anyway. That leaves myself, Rose, and Luke, the last all too eager to make myself comfortable in a study he's no doubt already claimed as his own.
I can't apologize enough about what just happened. Please forgive Isabella. She's been under a lot of pressure lately. She's young and all those rumors about this being haunted just got to her head. And it must be this terrible heat too. Not a drop of rain for days now.
Frida was the funniest dude, right? Really him and her husband, right? She doesn't say slurs.
Are you sure it is wise to just let her go like that? Where is the poor dear? She might get hurt.
Nah. And we get to see what happened with them here, right?
She's more likely to hurt somebody else, given what just happened.
Damn.
I told her to sit down and take a break. Already rang someone to pick her up, too.
That might be for the best, dear. But please, we're here to talk about the mansion, yes? Why, I absolutely adore it. Don't you, Luke? Some of the rooms will certainly have to be repurposed. We want to change the appliances and have Marianne lead on the decor, but the whole thing is just lovely.
I guess. It's certainly a lot roomier than our penthouse.
Exactly. Lots of space for guests, parties, a lot of room for little ones to run around too.
Let's not discuss that right now, Buttercup. Anyway, I do think it would be a shame to let this mansion slip past us.
But you haven't even finished touring the house.
Well, we like what we've seen.
I'm making your job easier for her, am I not? No need for loans or long price negotiations. We can just sign a contract and close the deal. Really, you think the woman will be more happy about an easy sale? I know how these estate agents worked. How long they had to wait and how much they had to spend, even just for a single sale. Why, she should be jumping for joy by now. I'm sure the commission on this mansion is nothing to sneeze at, even if she has to have to split it with the Isabel girl.
Do you think we could have horses here?
Yes, those do sound nice, love.
The Isabella already said the other person had a horse stable on his land.
Anyway, if anyone else is interested in buying this property, I assure you that I'm able and willing to give a better offer.
Spank them for me.
A vineyard would be nice. Or maybe
And we do reward our people quite generously, Rose. So if I were you, I would start on that paperwork.
Holy shit, I'm so glad that was her next line.
Helicopter pad.
I pause, and there's a small moment of complete silence where Rose and I just stare incredulously at Luke. It is an unspoken understanding of rule between the two of us that we have to put on an act. With our social standing, where image matters, it is also important to avoid making enemies. And to follow this rule is an easy feat for me. From youth, I have been the well-trained social butterfly, gracious and graceful. Luke, on the other hand...
Wait, what, Luke?
He's a racist.
No, what? Whatever would we need a helipad for?
Well, he likes to play the fool sometimes, even if he is anything but. As he throws me a wry smile, I shake my head and beckon Rose over. This is to be our home, and there is nothing she or anyone else can do to change my mind. This is a place that speaks of power and importance, and at the same time of safety and comfort. Perhaps we can even have our family here? There's definitely no better gift than this for our special date. Why, everything here is absolutely wonderful. Oh, Jesus Christ! Holy fucking shit! Oh! That one got me. Well, except for this ugly painting in the study. It looks like a bad fake of an Edvard Munch painting.
Here's the deal.
Hello.
I'm willing to pay
Hey.
10% higher than your listing price.
He's a free that over there, dude, right? If you do this way. Thank you so much for keeping me hydrated. Thank you. Dude, this ice water hitting different. Oh my god. Duly noted. 8 ice cubes. Oh my fucking god, I do it every time.
If anyone tries to outbid us, just add another 5%. I doubt anyone can, of course. Or, you know what? Just add 15% to the listing price, and we can sign all the paperwork now.
I guess, if that's what you want. That won't be any trouble. I don't have all the papers
Would
now.
you kiss?
Didn't think
Would
this
you
would be a
kiss
quick
it?
sell.
Yes, absolutely. You tried the ice water, right? 8 ice cubes, yes, 8 cubes! Oh my god, so I was talking with my bestie earlier. And I was like, hey, what's on your agenda today? And he was like, oh, I gotta go finish painting the bathroom, and then I'm gonna watch a movie with my besties. And my initial thought was like, who are these besties you're talking about? And then I forgot, oh yeah, we made plans to watch a movie together today.
I'll have copies sent to you so you can look over them. And if you'd still like to finish the rest of the tour with Isabella's group, you're more than welcome to.
No, I think we're good here. We'd
I'm a
appreciate a private
silly-
tour of the place a lot more, I think.
All right. Should I let Marianne in then?
Marianne? Oh, right, she's been waiting outside the study this whole time, hasn't she? I'll need to have a little chat with her to move this little mansion project forward.
Please do.
There's a look of apprehension when the other woman enters the study. Yet, like a professional, I see the moment when she steels herself and masks her worry. Admirable.
We have this project then?
Of course. Will you be needing anything from us?
Well, she cheeky boot to try to get a cup of ice right now. Perfect, yes. Cool that water.
Having the floor plans would be a great start, just so that I can look at them beforehand. And if you could tell me when you're available for a meeting so that I can include it in my calendar?
Oh, is a meeting really all that necessary, Marianne? I guess we can send Johans to help you out.
Oh, say Johans.
You two
Oh,
can
Jesus,
start by
fuck,
getting rid of this
stop!
ugly painting.
Uh-oh, that's not good. A hush falls upon the room at my request.
What painting?
Oh. And lo and behold, the painting is gone. Oh no, what the fuck? In its place, a mirror stands, which leads me to look at my own confused expression. Oh my god, even worse, it's a fucking mirror!
Odd. Well, no matter.
No, oh no!
Back to the topic at hand. Marianne, dear, we are simply far too busy to meet up.
Question, the need for let's free up my
But
schedule.
I guess we can free up a day to meet with you.
Let's see how that goes. Okay, Marianne, like that shit, hell yeah. But she's here, go ahead and load the scenes.
I don't really need another Maudlin Monday reading about Maury anyway. The book club can function without me for one day.
You know, I love book clubs, but like, why is that such a big, like, I don't want to say like stereotype, but like, why is that such a big thing for rich people as well in a lot of media?
What time shall we be seeing each other? How does lunch sound?
Besides, my house has a higher priority over book club. Right, we can hold the next meeting in this place. Surely the beauty and grandeur of it all will inspire spirited and lively debates about whether modern-day writers could match up to the classics. She did, right? Very intelligent and cultured. Ah, I see. Might as well clear up the rest of my week to handle whatever affairs behind this mansion requires of me. Any social activity can be put off until the Ermengarde, or rather the Rice Mansion's great debut. Oh god. Are they a VTuber? Are they gonna debut? Oh, hi! Oh no! Oh no, you know, how are you? I have my fill of great parties and gatherings, especially when I organize them myself. That's better. Wait, okay, wait, why is this? Why is shit? parties and gatherings, especially when I organize them myself.
That sounds good. Although, with a project of this scope, we might need most of the day to tackle your concerns. A more thorough inspection of the place is also preferable.
Breakfast then. It's a date.
It's really not.
No! Date me.
All right. Monday, 10 o'clock sharp. We'll see you then.
Actually, maybe I should just that we meet at 9, but who's even awake at that unholy hour? Not me. Shut up! I was getting up to wake up this morning before Luke went all the way to Cardiff. Yeah, how you doing? We say goodbye, shake hands, and make it clear without outright saying it that we now own this house. By the time we left the mansion grounds, sunset is almost upon us.
So, you really want to buy this place then? That's a bit of a big impulse buy, even coming from you. Not that I'm complaining.
I feel elation when I hear those words from him. Sorry, Damon is able to please someone like Luke. He gives away false flattery to sway those who strive for his attention and approval. But in the privacy of closed doors, he would never express his grievances. He neither censored himself in front of me, nor spared me from his criticism. Yeah, he's not censoring shit for a lot of us. Hello, Muffin. How you doing tonight? I was really like that one Jujutsu character. Oh, the glasses dude.
You have been saying the penthouse was getting a bit too small for you. Happy anniversary.
Oh. That time of the year already?
You forgot about this last year, too. God, what? Dude, why should I care about this man? The glasses, yeah! God, too bad that character is awesome and Luke kind of fucking sucks. Especially you get real value when Luke booted up Valorant. I understand that he's a busy man, but
is that why you want to buy
it? He's not even Radiant. Why does he spend so much time on that game? Is that why you want to buy it?
Yes.
Hey, bye, how are you? Good, thank you for asking. You're doing fine.
You don't like it?
I do. But I remember you used to talk about how you wanted to live next to the beach.
Botany Bay, Kent. I remember the sea where that stretch on for miles and miles, as far as the eyes can see. As a kid, I loved our beach trips, swimming all day as much as I could. I was a well-behaved child, and the only time I was ever truly difficult was when I refused to get out of the waters, even my fingers had gone all wrinkly. And even when they managed to pull me out of the water, there was always sandcastles. The day before we married, I told Luke that I wanted a house on the beach and a dog. And a kid or two. None of those came true 7 years later. God damn, you poor woman. You give it away to complain about my history teacher, and that's exam. Oh gosh, you got those exams. I believe in you. What's your history teacher doing?
That was a childish dream. Living next to the beach is so impractical if you really think about it.
I don't know. It's not a bad thought to see you in a bathing suit every day.
Maybe another time, love. We still have forever, don't we?
He says nothing, only grab my hand and holding it tight as we spend the rest of the ride home in silence. How comforting. I miss the sea. Sick and hovering over the loo at 3 in the morning, the picture I paint right now is hardly glamorous. A horribly fishy taste is in my mouth as I throw up what I have for dinner, and I hate the acrid stench that fills the laboratory. The burning sensation at the back of my throat is of no help whatsoever. I can feel another wave of nausea come up on me when the door opens.
Hannah, what are you doing so early out of bed?
I'm fine, love. I must have just eaten something bad.
That's all I managed to say before vomiting again into the porcelain though. Oh no. I don't really know how to explain it, but in all she's fucking crazy shit's going on. No! Sorry you guys are crazy. Hey, Rage, I'm here to say hello. That's so say goodbye. How you doing, Levin? Under the sea, down where it's water. Love ya! I don't know, I guess it's a British thing or something. You didn't have fancy ways to say the shit right. The laboratory. Lovely.
Just go back to bed, Luke. I'm going to clean up here.
Be Please look at him. I don't want him to see me like this. The last time I've had a horrible morning retching into a toilet was during my college years, being the life of the party. That was a shameless ad, throwing away months of frivolous merriment and pointless hookups. I didn't even retain any of the connections I had made from that time. Sure, they still know of me, and I still know of them, and we still do business from time to time. But I lost touch with anyone who I didn't see on a daily basis. I hardly have any of the friends I had when I was still Hannah Evans, teachers, fellow university students, drinking buddies, and old conquests like Jack.
No, don't touch me, sweetie. It's disgusting.
Oh, is he actually not being horrible? Oh, fish color friends is to having fancy words or the class they'd be a failure and like complaining me because I didn't find a description in a shitty ass book. School will keep me ew, what? That's a horrible way to talk to a student. What the fuck? Fire that bitch. Hell no. Hi Tina, how you doing tonight?
I'm disgusting.
Aww. This is so nice to me on the toilet floor to hold my hair even as I cough up more fish. He wipes the vomit from the corner of my mouth and just stares. Aww.
Do I need to fire someone? I don't feel sick.
Is she pregnant? Oh, yeah, you're hot, right?
Just feeling a bit under the weather, dear. It's been unbearably hot as of late, hasn't it? I do wish it would rain.
Are you sure it wasn't those sweets? I told you not to eat those sweets.
Aw, this is actually kind of sweet.
Maybe. Well, don't laugh.
Well, I can't help if you make that sort of face.
Starts chuckling and soon enough he's in a fit of laughter. The scene happening next to Lou filled with sick just makes the whole thing bizarre, and it nearly makes you start giggling as well. Try to stay for it though, as I smack him on the shoulder.
I'm not making a face, Luke. Stop laughing. Shut up.
When you're not stop laughing, I let myself go as laughter bubbles from my own throat, and I forget whatever ill feelings plagued me. We're just husband and wife laughing together at a funny face, the little things in life. Aww. Oh yeah, right now, what does that mean? That face looks so evil. Jesus. I'm so good because I know that these moments will not last forever. Aww. But if I just know the terrible things that are to come for us, I would have wished with everything I had then and there that the laughter stayed.
Hiya! Come on now!
The place is bustling with movers, carrying furnishings here and there, along with several chunks of personal belongings taken from our penthouse. Luke watches them like a hawk, making sure nothing is handled carelessly or gets stolen.
Careful now. I know your pictures are framed by cheap plastic, but those are framed by African Blackwood and are one-of-a-kind commissioned paintings.
I fucking got so scared. When every time he picks up something potentially racy, I get so fucking scared. But it's such a sweet scene.
Each one is easily worth a lifetime of what you lot make.
So if I can write it, like my heart dropped. I was like, oh.
Luke, do the dishwashers go into the kitchen or the butler's pantry?
Pantry, Buttercup. Careful, that's Emma Hot. No, you there, put that down. You do not manhandle a Napoleon Abueva.
I can see the exasperation. And I had to send the foreman an apologetic glance. Usually, even your hands hold his eyes as he goes by. If for some reason he's holding his breath now. Say, Luke is always like this during a project. Your hands and I have gotten used to it. Poor Marianne, on the other hand, looks a bit stressed at seeing the gigantic mess before quickly going back to work. This is the guy that said it? Yeah, this guy said the gamer word. The window. Actually, I do want to open the window later, though. I like opening it during stream, though. Because in case there's background noise. And then welcome back, Turtle. Sorry about that misunderstanding the other day. How you doing, though, tonight? Everything just has to be perfect, exactly the way he wants it. One little thing out of place, one little thing that didn't fit the image she clearly constructed in his head, that gets bent out of shape.
Sweetie, why don't we go and sort your suits upstairs? Let your Hans and Marianne and the foreman deal with the rest of the work.
We have this, Mrs. Wright.
Yes, please do go before a blood vessel bursts. Bloodstains are so troublesome to clean.
Taking him by the hand, I lead him upstairs into our bedroom. This place has been arranged first so that we could get some rest, no matter what state the rest of the mansion is in. Definitely glad I could just lie down on a soft, comfy bed after what has been a busy morning. Watching Luke act like his life depended on getting this move done is tiring all on its own. I think I have a whole day of this ahead of me. I feel the bed dip beside me as Luke sits down with a sigh.
Well, I can't wait for this to be over.
I don't know. It's fun seeing you all fired up. Here at home and not at work, you know.
You know I can't always be home, Hana. I have a company to run, unless you've forgotten.
I haven't forgotten. You're the one who insists on being there to make sure each and every little thing is under control.
Hello there, Lucas. Right here, Jacob Malfoy.
I just really miss you sometimes, and I wish you were at home more often. Why, if you're not careful, I might go a bit loopy and I'll start bringing cats home. And soon enough, one day you'll find yourself going home to a farm just filled with felines that follow you everywhere.
Oh, don't bluff. The things would shred up your precious furniture. Besides, you don't even like cats.
True, true. Dogs are infinitely superior, of course.
Damn.
But what about the wet dog smell? The mess. Not cleaning up after a mutt, no matter how cute.
You're gonna get that smell regardless, bitch. Nice, you've been having the hot though. Color Nate. You ought to hang out very bit last time you're not feeling too hope. You feel worse. Bless, thank you. Thank you for it, right? Yeah, I mean, it's an old place, you know. The things creak and shit.
If you think about it, a cat would be better.
That was a promise. We laugh. It's not always that we could just lie down and talk about these sort of things. Joke around as if we're teenagers again. Rob! Big little problem in the way of responsibilities and roles. That's it. Hello, Rob. Hello, Tito. How you guys doing tonight? Welcome in, everyone. If you guys have checked out Rob, make sure you check him out. Get lots of love. He's awesome, wonderful, easy peasy, beautiful, Corio. Oh, hi. How are you? How was more of the aliens? Hi, Tito. How's it going? That's right. It's good. This is the letter. It's a visual novel horror game, and it's actually so I didn't know this going into it, but we actually have 7 different characters that I guess we go through. So we started on Isabella, and now we're on the second one. On Hannah. It's actually really interesting. There's so many bullets were shot. Someone lost a leg. Oh no, who lost a leg? It wasn't your leg, was it? I do. The here is genuine, honest to goodness laughter is a rarity. This is just the second time as of late. And I can only see signs of good things to come.
All good points.
Oh, good. Hello, Monique. How are you doing tonight? Welcome on in.
I guess we could just have kids. That is, if you prefer dealing with soiled nappies and sick as opposed to dead birds, mice, and litter boxes. I've already told Marianne about turning the second bedroom into a children's room.
That's right. She chose some people. She's hating, but okay as of late. Oh yeah, I'm chilling and stuff. I sadly don't go exploring outside anymore. But I found alternatives to exercising indoors. So everything's pretty okay. They fought. Yeah. There's 7 different protagonists. This game is longer than I thought. Yeah, so this game is actually, on average, it takes about 20-something hours to finish. So kind of fucking nuts. Yes, sometimes I don't know when I'm crossing a line. I didn't say that I'm a good comedian, did I?
Not this again.
What? I wasn't being serious.
It's not something you take the piss out of. Having a kid is a big responsibility, Hannah. We've talked about this, haven't we? I'm not ready to be a parent. I'd probably end up killing the little brat by the week's end.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You didn't have to say it like that. Also, like, don't they have servants and shit? And, like, you know, butlers and stuff? Like, I feel like... What? Oh, damn, fucking right? I feel like there's a lot of people to help take care of the child. You said that with a little too much conveyance, right? Like, Jesus. I'm not so right. Nope. What should I say? You'll be a great father. Apologize for being... I don't want to apologize. But you're also not going to be a great father. Ugh. You barely even interact with the kid, right? Oh god, which one's gonna like piss him off more is my question. Because I want to piss him off. Anyway, let me do this real quick. You'll be a great
He likes you well
father.
enough.
Oh, damn it, he liked that. Why? A mention of our little goddaughter places a conflicted look on his face. Sometimes it's cute when he denies being a having a soft spot for the little girl. But then sometimes it's sad. Makes me wonder what happened to make him think so poorly of himself in this regard.
Yes, well, it's Kylie.
Thinks he knows for sure what he wants, and like, that's fair. But I feel like hell yeah. But I feel like that's creepy. Honestly, I feel like that's not like good. You know, like they got into this marriage, him knowing what she wanted, you know, and then you know they're in this marriage now, and like he, you know, you just be like no, you know, like bitch, this is something you should discuss way before getting married and shit. It's like, even though they can have certain needs to take care of the child, the person of the parent are carrying them out of shoe. Like, he just seems like acting like a tsunsu. Honestly, though, I feel like, you know, like absolutely, he should, you know, be there with the child. But like, the way he's saying it makes me think like he, you know, like he's just going to like mishandle the child versus just like being anywhere near it at all, you know? And it's just like, I mean, I don't know how you can fuck up a child. Okay, well, actually, no, never mind. But
The tyke likes everybody and, on the off chance she doesn't, likes them well enough as long as they buy her sweets. And sure, that kid is great. But if I get tired of her, I can ship her back to her father at the end of the day.
Jesus Christ.
Having kids of our own will be a whole different monster entirely.
He never heard her talk about his father in anything but business context. Yes, 11. Oh, well, damn, dude, right? God damn it, right? Kept hearing about him from my own father even before I met Luke. The business world praised him for running a tight ship until one mistake led to a great loss for the Enterprise. It was said that the news of Luke, right, Prodigy's son and successor to the old man, started to show up, and he aided its recovery and growth up until the Great Recession. Getting a bit off track. Regardless, I've never heard him talk about his father like one would talk about family.
I think you'll be a great father.
Daddy issues? Oh, maybe he does have daddy issues. I think he wants to be involved with his supposed child. He does keep really raising one. I can see that, absolutely. He has a smile no matter how half-hearted it may be. So raising a kid is a big it is absolutely a big responsibility. I do really think that. You may not be a good, honest man. A part of me knows that, though I try to silence it. But I know Luke well enough that he'll be a better father than either Damien Wright or Henry Evans. I love my father, but he never had the time.
If it is any consolation, I think you'd be a decent mother.
Jesus! I can see that here, right? On the other hand, I've never heard of his mother, The silence feels both comfortable and uncomfortable. There's familiarity in each other's company despite the awkwardness that had transpired. The fences are masked down without anybody else looking. We're both together and alone in this quiet. But a crashing downstairs settles us both out of our reverie. Luke lets out a heavy sigh before coming up to his feet and straightening his jacket.
I'll have to attend to that then.
Be good, darling. And watch out for your blood pressure.
Gives me a kiss on the cheek before leaving, while I lay there in a daze, alone as per usual. I really should be used to it by now. I can feel the minute tick by with me just lying there, feeling miserable and full of self-pity. I rolled over to lie on my stomach at this point, with my face buried into the pillows, when there's a knock at the door. Rumbling at them to go away doesn't work as a voice comes from the other side.
Madam, the photographer from Luxury Living is here.
Fancy living, here we come. La 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 la. Wait, is that today? Oh, yes. People had caught wind of our new mansion the very moment we left the open house. Fancy, you think a mofat goes too right? Look how boasted. You could acquire the property in no time and allow the photo shoot for an interior design magazine to be scheduled today. Just like that, right? Like, at least Luke. I'm kind of okay with Hannah, like... You know, she's got her quirks, but definitely not as bad as Luke. Oh, there are complications, and it took longer than it usually does for sure.
In a minute, Hansi.
Hansi?
Johannes, if you could at least make it through the end.
Tell them I'll be right down, Hansi.
Magic counts has been one of the first things to be fixed up aside from the bedroom. Although it's still a work in progress, it had a promising start, and I can already see the flower patches. Luke's favorite daffodils stands out easily. Luke's favorite daffodils stands out easily. Having been transplanted from the pots that used to layer the rooftop of our penthouse. Why, if the moving crew thought that Luke was being hard on them, they clearly didn't see the landscaper on his way out. The man looked like he was ready to faint, and Luke seemed ready to kill him by the end of their discussion. It's in the guy's eyes. Oh no! Oh god! I really hope I don't just go or something. It's in the guy's eyes. I see him standing in the fires in quiet admiration. He is hard to miss, the hulk of a man that clearly did not belong, and the big backpack and suitcase he has with him makes him much larger. I was thinking, no worries, welcome back. It's the sorry god. Oh, there's a flavor for something, dude, right? It's a peculiar sight seeing someone who looks like he does handling little delicate things with such care. He looks up at the guys and does a double take before a friendly face replaces a serene expression.
Miss Wright, yeah? Hi, Zachary Steele here from Luxury Living, ma'am. Hope you weren't waiting too long. But it looks like you're still moving in, huh? Thought for a second there my calendar was wrong and I came here too early.
You look familiar.
Oh no! Oh no! Thank you so much for your reaction. Thank you. That's okay. We're both dude, right? I'm scared. I have a very wide social circle, so everyone looks familiar at one point or another. But one would think I'd remember someone who stands out like him. The struggle to recall must have been evident on my face as he quickly and kindly answers my question. What if it just flashbacks to the other part? Just when he says the N-word. Not even the full sentence, there's the fucking N-word. I hope you're here we go.
Oh, I was with Isabella, your estate agent, when she had the house blessed.
Oh yes, that's right.
Oh god.
Small world, isn't it?
I'm already staying at a decent in the Museum of Ohio in the hotel watching the Console Wars episode 7. Oh, nice! Sounds like a good time. I'm glad it sounds like you're chilling.
Should have known you were Miss Wright.
The one and only. Welcome to Maison de Right.
Maison de Right.
And yes, we've been in the process of moving in as we were delayed. But it won't be a problem. They're just adding a few things here and there, and you should still be able to do your work. Where's the rest of your crew then, Mr. Steele?
Zach is fine, please. Mr. Steele makes me feel like I'm a mascot for a cleaning product. Anyway, I'll be your one-man crew for today. Don't worry, been doing this gig for a while now.
Was it housewarming? No. It was after the blessing that Rose got killed.
You must be quite the veteran to handle this on your own. We've had a full crew coming into our penthouse the last time we were covered in your magazine.
Veteran? Oh, your words are too kind, Miss Wright.
Hana. If I get to call you Zach, you have my permission to call me Hana.
Alrighty then. Anyway, I'm no veteran, but I know my camera well enough to make sure this is a good shoot. You can trust me on that, Miss Wright, Hana.
It was quickly enough that I can in fact trust him. His skills with the camera and experience in the industry at the very least. He is kind and courteous, listening and following as I lead him through the house. A really nice fellow, and he treats our household staff well whenever we cross paths with them. I answer his questions to the best of my ability, and he is patient enough to answer mine whenever I get curious enough. For one, I ask what the bags are for. They're quite the magician's toolkit. And besides, he had procured several items to embellish the interior with. Bowls of fruits, lemons, trays with pepper mills, stacks of cookbooks, cutting boards, and glass canisters filled with colorful nuts and grains are brought in for a kitchen setting. In the bathroom, there are white towels, seashells, and decorative soaps. There are other things as well, too numerous to count. And the large backpack and suitcase. I didn't know that they set it up, to make it look fancy and stuff.
Tricks of the trade. Softens up a room, makes a place feel more homey, and fills it up with texture. But you guys probably have better stuff I can use for this.
No lights. Don't tell me all of these are just props.
Well, I've got my tripod here. For things like these, natural light is best. I'll just have to set the shutter speed to a real slow setting, and as long as nobody steps into the shot, it'll look great.
Don't step into my shit either.
Oh, it better.
We go through the rooms, one at a time, although we first tackle the ones that the movers have no business in anymore. Pleasure, thank you. Yeah, favorite vulgar female person on the internet. How are you in chat? I'm good, thank you. How are you doing, Psycho? Fatal encounter is bound to happen, you're right. That fatal encounter. I'm so sorry. You got a little excited. That needs little preparation with its grand design. Although there's some trouble at first with the wide open space and the pictures being backlit. It's in the kitchen that Zachary's props come in handy, considering how Johansies kept the place so neat and still, we can practically eat off the floor. We carry on touring the house and taking pictures where we can, with exception to the room, which have yet to gain any purpose or design. I can't take a sneak peek at his photos yet. But this is a butt check. Make sure guys say this is a nice. What's a good adjective here? Traditional. Picture in your car. Nice. Ooh, does it smell nice? And funnily enough, he is using a traditional camera. I didn't even know film still existed. With the way he speaks, however, I can see that he knows enough about his craft that I'm not too worried about botched photographs. I imagine photography must be cathartic for him, judging by how at ease he looks while taking pictures. There are small snippets of conversation between the clicking of the camera. He even goes as far as to talk about these terminologies like shutter speeds and the aperture when I ask about the technical aspects. Can't quite see the picture as it's made, which, much like when I watch artists paint their canvas. Skill, tell us your favorite color in the alphabet, probably P. Good old new cars, alright? Alright, does anyone else like the smell of new shoes? Or is that weird? But just watching someone passionately practicing their craft, such as this, is exciting in its own way. Going through the many rooms has been quite the exercise for the both of us. That's big and nice. Despite that, he has been so nice I find myself putting on my best smile. But it is as we're taking pictures in the foyer that everything comes to a standstill for a moment. Did they actually capture something? Just a moment. And had I not been paying attention, I wouldn't have even noticed. It's merely a split second when Zachary's rhythm is put to a halt. His finger doesn't move to release the shutter. Yet he also doesn't pull the camera away from his face. Gaze still firmly fixed to the viewfinder. His hands shaking, there is a light sheen of sweat on his forehead.
Zachary?
No response.
Zach? Is something the matter?
Putting his camera in place and stares at something behind me before shaking his head. Turning around, though, I see nothing that could have gotten his attention. This isn't me. What is that? Anything you think is all that is me? And just... I don't like that she's all good. She's a nice hell, yeah. I see nothing that could have gotten his attention.
Oh, no, there's nothing wrong. I just remembered something, that's all. Let's get back to the pictures. Can you move a bit more to the left, yeah?
I struggled to respond this time. There's a sudden weight on my back, and an indescribable tightness around my throat. Everything stops, and everything starts again, and I manage to choke out.
If you're sure.
I don't know what just happened. It's probably just a dizzy spell. You're fine. And he said he's fine. We continue at the same pace as before. Although there's an unspoken agreement that we will not talk about what happened.
So, is this
oh my god, yes, the smell of a new book, yes!
Nah, I just freelance mostly, for magazines, newspapers, and events. So you can't really call it a full-time job.
This sounds so good,
it's
right?
fine that it puts food on the table, but it's not what I really want to do. At least, not all the time.
Aww.
What is it that you want to do then?
Maybe I've been online, sticking my nose into other people's business, but I can't help but ask. I get doing so as I see his shoulders slump, and the easygoing air he has fades away. He looks torn over whether he wants to talk about it or
Films, documentaries mostly. But cinematography is a lot more difficult than photography, right? I was working on this thing, actually.
What thing?
Well, it wasn't really a big thing. People didn't like Blue Fonzie very much.
Blue Fonzie.
People don't like a film about colors. I suppose they would have liked Blue Bibby a lot more.
Very funny.
So, Grand Director, do you want to tell me what Blue Fonzie is all about?
He hesitates, but when I refuse to budge on the matter, he gives in and spills it all out. Blue Fonzie, fuck. La plus sombre des noirs britanniques. Oh my god. Dark blue, the darkest hours of the black British. He speaks with passion of one who has gone through the very matter he is concerned with. There is conviction, knowledge, and experience in his speech. Why, I would have told him that he is an amazing speaker, if only I wasn't so engrossed listening. Prejudice and discrimination in schools and in the workplace, lesser chances for opportunity, higher chances of being treated like a criminal. He spoke of blacks, the people of color in general, still being treated like second-class citizens, all because of the color of their skin. Hey, are you talking about it, right? Hey, first pronunciation. Would you believe I'm French? It is all just positively riveting and sad. It comes to a point wherein he soon loses steam. He looks abashed, realizing what he had just done.
Sorry, I just got so carried away and...
It's fine. It is really so fascinating to watch people talk about their passion after all.
It's chill.
You should see how your eyes light up when you speak so fiercely. You do have very beautiful eyes.
Oh my, yo. Oh, oui, oui, yeah.
Thanks, I guess.
Oh, snap. I want to say that I understand where he's coming from, but I really don't, do I? I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth, and I've lived a charmed life. Hasn't been perfect, but the difficulties I've been through pales in comparison to what others experience on a daily basis. I certainly don't know how I would have fared were it any different. Would I still have met Luke? And would he still have loved me if I was any lesser?
What was your home like?
I know this be red, right? Well, should we look for his attitude, right?
These things you talk about, it sounds like you've... Well, I don't mean to pry, I mean...
Live with my older sister and my grandparents. We had a shop selling all sorts of things below our flat. And well, I was one of the few non-white, non-British students in class. I didn't get pushed around or anything straight up. Even then, I was one of the biggest kids around, but a pencil and notebook would go missing, you know?
Oh, that I knew. Children can be so cruel at times. Of course, it may be a slightly different story when you have personal guards, and the stolen item is not a pencil but expensive heirloom.
So what about you? How you liking your new house? It's pretty impressive.
You like? How you doing here? Guys, I should tell you, Shishimaka lots of legs. That's wonderful. He's a beautiful cool girl.
It's nice, I suppose.
You suppose? Not big enough?
What? No, oh, don't be a bully. It's just that.
I understand if you don't want to talk about it.
As a little girl, dolled up and treated like fragile porcelain, with nursemaids waiting to me hand and foot. All the material possessions anyone could ever want, I could ask for on a whim, and it would be handed to me just like that. But I barely saw my parents, just goodbye kisses in the morning before they went off to who knows where they were needed to next. I saw them more often on the telly or in the papers than I ever did in person.
I remember my old house. It was a lot like this one.
Easy breezy, beautiful color girls, right? There's so many beautiful yum-yums here. I'm spooky this way, it's going good. There are actually some really good spooks in this chapter. But now we're playing as Hannah, the wife of the couple that bought the spooky house.
Big walls and big holes, but nobody in it. Not really. It makes you think how alone you are.
Aww. God, what's the music about? No, I've been wanting to mention how good the music is in this game. If it's a move, right? The music is so good in this game. A pensive mood overcomes us, and there's a moment where neither of us are sure of how to go on from here. Things have gotten a bit too personal, yet it isn't wholly uncomfortable, like as if we've been friends before.
Well, that's normal, ain't it? You just moved here. You'll make home out of it yet.
It certainly makes it easy to believe that. My childhood house is indeed a lot like this one. Just as large and extravagant, and just as empty. I hope he's right.
So, Monsieur
Oh god, they're going towards the fucking...
one and only Ermengarde mansion.
They're going towards the fucking door! I'm gonna see a track at this place. Something great, right? It's an atmosphere for a scary person, it is.
What's next on the agenda?
The
Oh no,
interview?
you're right.
Boring. It's an interior design and housing magazine.
And they want to know what Miss Wright has to say about her interior design and house.
It's all the alarms. But the date she from Mars is great. Oh my goodness, Francis, you're too kind. How you doing tonight?
On a right, thinks she bought a magnificent house that she can certainly brag about. Blah, blah. Boring. You know what they should print more of? I watched an interesting documentary the other day. Bleu Foncé, The Darkest Hours of the Black British. I recommend you watch it.
Aww.
Those are the things that people should know about. What do they care if I use a purple or green bowl of fruit in my kitchen?
People, right?
Oui. People are shite.
Damn.
What do you think? Do I look good with this angle?
Check a pose while he's being busy. Looking taken aback for a moment, probably not expecting me to just go and say such a crass word. But he recurs quickly, and after snapping a few shots, he grins.
Yeah, vous êtes belle.
Ooh!
You want copies of these ones?
Yes, please. So, the big boy knows French. You must have wooed a few ladies. Unless you're into gents.
Woohoo!
Either way, French is, after all, the language of romance.
I want to learn French. Tell me get it high, it's true. You'll be better with less so dear. It takes me. This part really makes me appreciate him, honestly.
Oh, I don't know about quoting fancy poetry, but I've made lunch for a girl before, and they did like that fancy French cuisine.
Can you cook your best?
Ooh.
I can cook just about anything as long as I know the recipe.
C'est magnifique.
It's been too long since I've had a nice and proper chat with a good friend. No, Lee is certainly not a good friend. And although we've just met, Zachary is the sort who can probably befriend anyone. He's just a comfortable person to be around with. A bit too comfortable. No, we didn't get to go see the room! Look at that! Zach is gay! The photo shop went by a breeze. And somewhere along the way, as we talk and laugh, I found myself getting a bit too close without realizing. He'll give me this strange look until I back off. He'll go back to asking questions after I agreed to do this little interview. And it's just odd. Well, no. Me being friendly isn't that odd. That is how I am. Zach. Zachary is the one that's being odd. But anyone else would absolutely welcome the extra attention I give them. He, on the other hand, looks almost flustered about it. He should be used to different personalities by now, having to deal with various people when he works. If not, he needs to start. Perhaps nobody has shown him attention of this kind, but he's a big boy. He should be able to handle me. All it is a friendly touch here, pretty smile there, and gentle swaying of the hips as I move around. Heavy goo and goo more red every time you notice. Am I being mean as I find enjoyment in seeing him unravel? Says it didn't take us it right? Mari, as un belle filet mignon. Perhaps. So not doing the interview and beyond that, just gotta cry. Ooh, something wrong with what we're doing, right? Lucky and I are just having a playful, friendly chat while enjoying the outside view. At least that's how I see it.
I'm sorry, but I'm really getting distracted. Could you maybe stop doing that?
Stop? I'm not sure if I want to though. Oh shit. Oh, one sec. I'll take a save. I feel like stopping
Stop
it
if it makes you uncomfortable, sweetie.
Okay, that was good for Zach.
Sorry.
No, I should be the one apologizing.
Oh boy, you're a beautiful girl. Thank you. You think so?
Why, you're a shy one, aren't you, big guy?
It's not that, but...
He gestures to the ring on my finger and lets the fact of the matter hang heavily between. Oh shit. Being told implicitly that I'm too forward is not a common occurrence. I think I'm more stunned at the fact that he pointed out rather than, well, being rejected. Not that anything is going to happen between us in the first place. It was just going to be some harmless flirting, right?
So, you've never had a girlfriend?
No. No boyfriend either. You know, just in case you were gonna ask for that one next.
And you haven't even had your first kiss?
Not a one, ma'am.
What? But he's so sweet!
Do you want to have your first kiss today?
I can't help it. I really can't. I'm going to apologize lots later. Surely by the catty smile on my face, it's obvious that I'm just pulling his leg. Hey, yo, whoa, right? Laugh I failed to continue certainly gives it away if it still isn't obvious. But still, he lights up in embarrassment, staring at sputtering objections.
You're married, and this will be extremely unprofessional.
Damn it, right? Woohoo!
I never said I would kiss you, silly. Oh, Johans!
No, what? No!
Wait, yes.
Don't call your butler, she's Hannah!
That would be for the better. I don't think his husband would appreciate it if I made him kiss another man.
Oh, hi, his husband!
I do not think you can hear us from here either. But it is hard to think you're not taken, Zachary. Why, whoever becomes your girlfriend will be so lucky to have you. You can cook and take wonderful photographs. Wonderful meals and wonderful memories.
Oh yeah, you Hans, right? Just straight the bunch, he really is a butler.
I can play guitar too.
Oh, snap!
You can? Oh my. Wonderful serenades as well then. Perhaps I can find a young lady who deserves a fine, strapping young gentleman like yourself.
Let's not get carried away. Besides, I gotta be going. It's getting late and I got someplace else to be.
That's really sweet, right?
I will be expecting you again soon, I hope. For a copy of my photographs, yes?
Of course. I'll even deliver them personally.
Aw, dude, Zach is so sweet!
Just, you know, don't try to make me kiss your butler when I drop by.
Oh my god! Speaking would have it, the very moment the words leave his mouth, Johannes comes out of the house. Judging by the slight raise of his brows, he has heard only the tail end of the sentence.
There shall be no kissing of any butlers under this roof. Danke.
But you are not under a roof, are you, Hansi?
To my music, he takes a step back, safely placing it within the threshold of the foyer and under the roof of the house. Just as ever, he is quick to return with a sardonic reply.
I am now. As I was saying, madam, it's about time for supper.
Dude, I love Johannes. Oh my god. It is a freaking try. I love it, dude, right? This is incredible.
Will I be needing to set an extra place at the table?
Oh, what? No, I was just leaving, actually. So you have a good night, Hana. And you too, Hansy.
It was nice to meet you, Zach, honey. You have a safe trip.
He nods and the grin on his face. He nods at the grin on his face as we say our goodbyes is the sweetest I have ever seen. I linger, looking out for him with his relatively tiny bicycle, backpack safely secured in the basket by the front, and suitcase hooked to the back. I watch as he went down the path back to Ansem Village until he is nothing more than a blip in the horizon. Isn't this place like really far away from the village though? Oh, they call me Hansy, my Hansy. He knows how to close a loophole, really he does. And that helps the small smile on my face as I go inside for supper. Entering the dining hall causes... Oh, this is really creepy. Entering the dining hall causes me so much confusion. It's dark. For a moment, I thought the electric work is not up to par. But that clearly is not the case, as every other room is bright with artificial light. Finding the light switch is a monumental task, considering the size of my unfamiliarity with the room. To make matters worse, the darkness grants the room a different atmosphere, eerie and frightening. It takes longer than I thought to find the switch, something that will have to be rectified later on. My skin starts to prickle and there is a distinct feeling of being watched. It unsettles me and only spurs me on my search. And when I do open the lights, there's a hiss.
I'll turn the lights down, woman!
There, at the end of the hall, is my beloved husband with his face in one hand and a glass in the other. Perhaps I can let it go if it's only one glass of wine. However, I can feel myself go livid after seeing the toxic green liquid gleam mockingly at me.
Luke, what? Are you drinking absinthe?
That doesn't sound good.
You know what the doctor said. Absinthe, Luke. Are you actively trying to kill yourself? Because if you are, we can just hit you with a bloody car.
Honeybee, Buttercup, not too loud, please.
Weasel! Peekaboo!
Besides, it's Lelouch,
This is really
not
shocking.
too strong. Just hair of the dog that bit me. Helps with the hangover, dearest.
You drank? When?
This morning, love. Don't be mad. I just needed a few drinks, having to deal with those simpletons. And maybe I had one too much. You don't see me whinging about you leaving me to handle them on my own.
I had to attend the photo shoot and interview with Luxury Living. You know that. Let's not make this about me, Luke. This is about you and your drinking problem and...
Oh, I don't know, Hana, darling. What if my drinking problem, as you like to call it, is linked to you?
Damn, bitch!
If we think about it that way, this discussion is about you.
We're getting this man killed. I'm like an antifreeze. It looks like it, right?
That was pretty mean of you, leaving me alone to do all the work like that.
Damn right!
You can't use the interview as an excuse either, honey.
I wish that the word right. Can you show Oh, this guy is who does next. Honestly, though, we said the fuck out right. 1 sec. Do we actually have to play as him? Fuck, he's down here. No, giant right? Oh my god!
I was informed the moment your little interview was done. So, what was it then, What were you doing?
What's it gonna be? Should I tell the truth or tell a lie? Ooh, I don't really care what bothers him, honestly, but we should be honest.
I was talking with Zachary, the photographer for Luxury Living.
Yes, he hated that. Fuck you. No reason to tell lies. It's not like I am guilty of anything, but as Luke's expression turns, he makes me feel like I actually am to blame for something. He has a way of making me laid bare with just a look. That really shocked me when we first met years ago.
That giant Negro.
My god, dude!
You were having a secret meeting behind my back and it was with him?
Oh god.
What are you implying?
No, I can't hear what you fucking do again.
I'm implying nothing.
God.
I'm just worried.
Oh
you know
my
better than
god.
to trust those media types, Buttercup. He must have been really friendly to occupy your time like that.
Oh my god.
But all he's looking for is his next big headline.
He's a photographer for an interior design magazine.
Oh my lord.
Doesn't matter. You let one little thing slip, one wrong move, and it'll blow up in the telly in the morning. He'll go to his journalist friends to gossip and make a quick quid.
His eyes were the first thing I noticed about him. Wait for your house or plowed your race. They're like nature. The grass and the trees are wonderful and breathtaking. Now as I look at him, they're nothing but the same shade of green as a bloody damn drink in his hand.
He was a perfect gentleman, Luke. I can't say the same for you as of recent.
Damn!
Excuse me again? We're talking about you, Hannah.
No, I am pretty sure we were talking about you and your drinking problem, Luke, right?
You know, I don't like that the answer that like makes him happy, you know, is the one that's aligned to him. That's right. You know, I've forgotten during the course of this little spat, the man jumps to his feet and sees. Looks like he is barely stopping himself and throwing the nearest thing he can find.
Oh, it is not a problem. I can stop whenever I want.
Oh, that's what they all
And
say.
even if it was, I think you can very well stay out of it, as it only affects my own kidneys or liver or whatever the bloody hell that shite pollutes. Whatever aftermath that occurs because of your little chit-chat with the Negro.
Look, Luke.
I think you got
nothing
the
will
time.
happen. You have to relax. It was just a friendly chat.
Well, now I think I'm getting jealous.
Oh my god. See, exactly the type of person who only cares when he wants it, right? Oh my god. It's like Isabella have the same last name? No, I think he's like the Lee or something. Fucking, Evans. Isabella was Santos. These are the days of our lives. Something.
Or I would be if it weren't for this damn headache.
Maybe you should drink more.
Maybe.
Supper is spent in silence and nothing but the occasional sound of silverware. The grand feast has been served, well, grander than usual anyway. Also like I did, it Luke's complaints of stress. Ooh. Oh god, those oysters, I fucking hate oysters. Prior native oysters for starters, and turbot with purple sprouting broccoli, lemon, capers, and anchovy sauce for mains. To finish it all out, black tea and golden syrup sponge pudding. That looks amazing. Oh my god. But when our appetites are appeased and the plates are cleared away, Luke stands, kisses me goodnight, and leaves me to stare at my half-empty cup. Lonely in the lull of night, I sit in a house too big and too empty, foreign and unwelcoming. Even with its warm tone and homey decor, it feels cold. Looks good, right, Flan? Yes, I love Flan. It looks delicious, right? We only care about the pudding, really. You want some of that pudding, right? Luke, exactly. He lost his dessert privileges. No need for tears, however. I know I can get through this like every other obstacle I face before. This is a minor setback in what I hope will be a long and happy life. To remind myself that this place is for Luke and for our future children fills me with a renewed vigor. Besides, it looks like someone is having a cry already. Why are you so calm about that? The wailing is far away and muffled, yet at the same time it shakes me to my very core as I hear it. As if the suffering is just standing right beside me. Hearing it sends a chill down my spine and makes my skin prickle with goosebumps. Oh no, right? Ventilation Louis, yes. Who is that? Oh god. Kiasi sinks in as I follow the sorrowful sound into the kitchen. And into the wine cellar hatch.
Hello? Is anybody down there?
I'm curious and concerned, but there is no way you're going down into a dark and humid underground. I'm not as enthusiastic as Luke, who considers himself quite the connoisseur. However, I also cannot bring myself to go to bed with this racket going on. If it is one of the household help, they will surely need some talking. After all, this will be the first time I've gone and found one of the maids sobbing their eyes out over one thing or another. As professional as our staff are, they're so human. You know, I really appreciate Hannah. More often than not, it was either Johannes or I who'd calm it down. Who'd help them figure out how to go on about things. Fortunately, I am not in high spirits right now, so I'm not totally benevolent. Hey, people, to call to go with you if you must, right? guys can't have the tears in any of the B-side. Oh, of course. What do you mean? This ain't nothing wrong, dude, right? Mr. Guy happens, oh, of course. He's a sweetheart, right? Like, fuck Luke. Oh, I have something for you, honey. Oh, I will save is what I'll do. Alright, guys, we're going in. I may not be going down there. I may not be going down, but there's no point in talking through closed doors, or hatches in this case. The thing refused to budge at first until there's a soft clicking. You see swings for your braces on, dude, right? As I looked at the hatch and looked down the cellar, a sense of uneasiness washes over me. Oh god, oh my god. It isn't just a sudden onset of vertigo and nausea, but also the darkness is suffocating. And as I look down, it feels as if it's looking back at me. I worry that something will suddenly pull me into the deep. Silence. I can hear her whispering. Gasp! Help! I can hear her calling for me. She wants me, needs me. She wants to drown me, pull me down, and suffocate me in her embrace until I sink to the bottom. Deep abyss awaits, inviting yet foreboding. She's calling to me from in there, isn't she? And I do want to help, I do. But the shadow's starting to creep out, and a feeling of apprehension keeps me in place. Already, it paints the room in a darker light. There is a lurching sensation, and the feeling that follows after is hard to explain. It feels like I'm watching myself from the silence, a spectator to my actions or lack thereof. I want myself to snap out of the detached feeling to move, and do anything except stare at myself. And for a moment I see the look of fear in my own face. I'm back in my body, but the hook in my stomach is no longer the only one. There are hooks everywhere, tearing and pulling at my skin, flesh and bones. They pull at me in every direction and it hurts. It hurts so much, but I just can't bring myself to scream out. Help me. I can't click. What the fuck? Oh, I think my game crashed. Help me! Oh, there you go. Wait, what's that? What the fuck? Oh my god, what is happening? Jesus Christ, dude, fuck me! Fuck me! This is ass, dude. You can't just put random letters. Fuck you! What the hell? Confucius illusion! Oh shit! That's so much, dude, right? Oh my god, these quick turns are so brutal! Oh god. I wake from a deep slumber. It takes a while with the fog that is settled in my head and with my heavy limbs, but soon enough I managed to look around. I'm in our bedroom already, although I do not recall going here. This is fabulous. Yeah, this is pretty. Thank you so much for keeping me hydrated. Thank you. Luke slumbers beside me, looking peaceful and angelic. Doesn't matter. I'm safe and I feel better than ever. Tomorrow, better days will come. They made these cuties as nervous as possible, dude, right? I really wonder what happens if you fuck up. Because I already gone by the time I rise. There isn't a single hide nor hair of him to be found, and trying to call him on his mobile is a bust, as it only goes straight to his voicemail. As twice in a row he's gone on me. My friend to disappear today of all days is every bit upsetting because of what's to come. The morning is once again filled with a whirlwind of activity. Fortunately, I'm much more refreshed as I take a break from my responsibilities. Having the faintest clue where Luke was yesterday. It is going to be a busy day, although unlike Wednesday, the master of the house isn't here right now, absent once again from his duties. Hopefully he'll be back in time for the party. This is our house after all. Grand housewarming party for the wonderful Wright Manson. Every person of importance from Luxborn is invited, and there will be a few guests flying in as well. Of course, there'll be some people from the media, along with friends and acquaintances who I made no less important, regardless of their status in society. Marianne and I discussed business and last-minute touches to the house before finalizing everything. Not that there is much change from my original plans. Bar any huge additions to the property itself, the mansion is nearly 100% complete.
You have certainly exceeded expectations, Marianne. Everything looks so marvelous, and in such a short time, too.
Well, I can't take all of the credit. People have certainly been enthusiastic about the idea of working on the Wright mansion. There won't be any more problems unless Mr. Wright has any more objections about the second bedroom.
Looking Then I had a small tip about making the second bedroom into a child's playroom, which I insisted is completely practical. In the end, he had to acquiesced. I didn't give him any choice in the matter. I even bought this wonderful wooden crib from the antique store yesterday, including some toys, just in case anyone brings their babies, of course. Besides, we have little need for actual guest rooms. We hardly have guests who spend the night. If we absolutely have to, we often choose to foot the bill for their visit on one of our hotels instead, always at Luke's own insistence. Acquiesced! How you doing, Griffin? How you acquiesced? And on the odd chance that we actually let someone stay, the bedroom in the opposite wing is still up to the task.
No. We proceed with that room as planned. I already agreed to him having his greenhouse and his vineyard and his stables. He may as well let me have this one thing.
Oh, well, I'm so glad you're well. No, I did not agree to him having a helipad.
All right, then. Well, do we have any other concerns? Anything we need to put on our agenda before the party commences?
No, I don't think so. Not unless Luke has anything else to say.
Is he around then? It'd be best if we can note down his request right away, considering the scope of his usual ones.
Hey, you can't thank you for asking. Just enjoying going through this story more. Around? No. Where is he? Who knows where? I don't.
No, he's not around.
She didn't have to point out the obvious now, did she? After 7 long years, I've already gotten used to him. I should be by now. Still not, apparently.
But don't you have a party?
Want nothing more than to complain, to whinge about how unfair this is. However, carrying out one's dirty laundry is simply taboo amongst high society. To do so will make you a ripe target for the next dinner party chit-chat. Vultures, a lot of them, really. Or most of them, at least. They're always good ones, like Rochelle Lee. But put your trust in the wrong person and you'll find yourself eagerly picked apart.
Yes. But Luke's just being a sweetie, you see. That friend he's visiting, he's having marital problems and he's just trying to cheer him up.
Bitch, you're having marital problems. Perhaps I'm being a bit too rash, a bit too hot-headed in divulging details, but I thought myself clever with the plan to dress it up as gossip. Marianne's raised brow makes me unsure whether she is interested or not, although that does make things better if she has no interest and therefore has no hidden intent to utilize whatever I might say to her.
They've been married for a long time and they've hit a... how do they say it? A rough patch. His wife has a drinking problem and can be very neglectful.
Ooh.
The poor thing really does his best to be a good husband.
Oh boy.
But it's never enough for her. Sometimes I think it's the years. Maybe it's been so long that they've lost that romantic spark. What do you think?
Ooh.
What do I think of the matter, ma'am?
No, what do you think of my hair? It feels so lifeless and dull today, and that's no good for a party. And I think I'm breaking out into zits.
Now that you mention it, there is something different.
There better not be something on my face.
I wouldn't worry about that.
It's different, right?
You do look a little paler than usual, ma'am. I apologize if I'm crossing any lines here, but have you been resting properly?
Huh. You'd think I get a bit tanned with how sunny it's been lately. Don't you worry. I feel right as rain and never better. But back to the matter at hand.
You were asking for my personal opinion on the matter, ma'am? Do you want me to be honest, or...
Ooh, one sec. I respect her and I gotta make sure. Be honest.
Be honest with me, Marianne. I don't need someone to sugarcoat it.
Oh, let's see. Did that get... Yes!
I'm not some fragile thing that I'm just going to break down at the slightest thing.
She hesitates, taking a sip of her coffee while I stare into my own cup of tea. The silence stretches on. I almost believe that she'll never answer my question. I suppose I shouldn't blame her, putting her in a tight spot like this. Her hesitation is understandable, though I loathe to admit it. She simply wants this whole thing to stay professional. But then she speaks.
If I'm going to be completely honest, I need to ask. This is about you and Mr. Wright, isn't it?
Stop. Wait, each of the kid has a completely different answer, right? It's my turn to hesitate now. I really didn't expect such a straightforward question, and to get to the heart of the matter, I suppose I'm not as clever as I'd like to think. Or is it really that bad that an outsider can see our little marital troubles? Surely we aren't that obvious, are we? We put up the act of a perfect couple for years, although it hadn't always been an act. Marianne is just more keen than the average person, of course. It is a necessity to her career, and she's been working so closely with us. So yes, I hate and yeah, that's it.
Suppose it is. What would you tell me?
Then, I tell you it's none of my business. I tell you that I don't want to meddle. But if the troubled husband with the neglectful wife asked me for my honest opinion, I'd say that he shouldn't base his happiness and his self-worth on someone else.
Damn.
Someone who won't even give him the time of the day. Maybe he should try being independent for a while. See what it's like when he isn't trying to please someone else and doing things for himself. Everyone's supposed to be their own man or woman, right? A bit of breathing room never hurt anyone.
Damn.
That's just my 2 pence worth, of course.
It feels so dude right. We love Marianne.
So you're saying they should divorce?
Nothing as drastic as that. If they're afraid that it might lead to just that, then maybe that is what's meant to happen in the first place. We shouldn't let our fear control our lives. But it's just a short hiatus is all. Or, couples therapy? Look, I'm really not the best person to ask about relationships, so grain of salt and all that.
She shows off having said her piece and leaves nothing but the smell of coffee and Earl Grey between us. Damn right, whoa! Wise words, honestly, and split in sheep fags, hell. There's a calm despite the nature of what has just been discussed. To say that her words make me start to think is an understatement. To say that I'm not considering her advice is a lie. And to say that this might just be the calm before the storm is a possibility. Others have had shorter marriages, yes, but plenty have celebrated long and happy ones as well. My own parents celebrated their coral anniversary before they passed away. Aww. But 7 years? 7 years isn't a whole lot in the grand scheme of things. It isn't a whole lot of time to see what and where a relationship can bring us. And at the same time, 7 years, well, hasn't been entirely made up of unhappy years, has it? It won't last forever. It's not supposed to anyways. I just dread the thought that it might last for a very long time. I dread the thought that these small spats, these little disagreements will turn into an all-out resentment. The idea that we'll grow to hate each other with every fiber of our being scares me. Can't even pinpoint the exact moment when our blissful union turned sour. We could get through this, right? I know that I still do love him, and I feel that there is still a part of him that loves me in return. We just need to get our heads together and talk it out. Surely he'll see some sense. There's a cough before Marianne clears her throat. Must have been quiet for so long. I move to apologize when she stands up. We both end up on our feet, unsure on how to proceed. Some sort of odd, awkward shuffle occurs as we decide whether to sit back down or not.
I really should handle what's left of the work.
You won't be attending the party? Oh, you really must, Marianne.
I'll try to stay and chat. Maybe grab a few bites and a drink, but I can't be around for the entirety of the event. My apologies. Busy, busy, busy.
You must stay a while. I'd love for you to meet some of my friends, and they're ever so excited to meet you.
Guys, I just remembered. So earlier I got up from my chair and I had this this plush meat plushie, with like the bone inside and stuff. And the bone is like really firm compared to like the meat part. So I got up and then when I went to go sit back down, I accidentally sat on the bone part and the plushie just went like straight up my ass. I just thought that was important to tell you guys.
You need to say hello to the Lees, at least. If it wasn't for them, I'd never even heard of you.
We'll see. So, if I can be excused?
Certainly. You'll have to excuse me as well. I must attend to the party before any early birds arrive. Because, believe me, they will throw a fuss if things aren't ready, even when they're not supposed to be here until an hour later.
So now me that got boned. The scene outside the parlor is a great organized mess. Aside from our own household help, we hired the service of the temp agency, which provides staff for right enterprise in the hospitality sector. Even our very skilled staff cannot undertake a party of this size on their own. Waiters, busboys, hostesses, and their staff captains move about in droves, carrying crockery and silverware good for several dozen people and then some. Chefs and bartenders tail after Johans, looking like scared little children as he escorts them through the kitchen and into the wine cellar to ooh, this music is like really nice. What an interesting man. Thank you, to pursue the stars to select what can be served at the party and what can be used for cooking.
No, we have a lot to do, and I believe we did not hire snails. Snails are for the dishes.
A string quartet readies up to play for the evening, tuning their instruments as they fill the air with idle chatter. Full decor worth thousands fill vases, wreaths, and baskets while petals are scattered along the driveway up front. That scared the absolute fuck out of me. That's a beautiful cake, though. Hey, Killer Ray, thank you. Oh, you're so cute, yeah, right? It's so pretty. A nice sculpture of a reindeer, hooves, is brought in carefully by a pair. It is followed by a simple cake, just a fire to your white chiffon. What are the white chocolate mousse, fresh berries, and a light dusting of edible gold? Oh god, hate edible gold. That shit's so dumb. Hey, Shane, in the first place? You know, I got asked that the other day too. Chiffon this dick. Sorry. My friends, what brought me into streaming? I had a lot of friends tell me, like, you know, I was weird, I was quirky, and I probably make it good in the streaming area, and so I tried. Oh no, it's okay, I got it everywhere. Fucking idiots. I'm sorry. You like eating metal? Not particularly. The only metal I like eating is in Valorant when people shoot me and I die. Anyways, I had a lot of friends tell me I'd probably be good in the streaming industry just because, you know, I'm fucking weird and shit. And I was like, okay, so I tried it for a bit, and honestly, I wasn't super into it at first. I only stream, like, you know, maybe once or twice a week, you know, a few times a month, and there's one stream that just, like, made me really happy. We had someone come in, and they were just not feeling that great. Not to hang out with us, they was like, thank you, like, I actually do feel better, and, like, I'm excited to come back and stuff. And that just made me really happy to be able to make someone say a little better, and I was like, you know what, I want to do that. But, like, on a wider scale, you know, make people's days better, give them a place to you know, forget their woes and stuff. So that's why I started doing it more consistently. Did I finish? Oh, I did finish eating that shit. But despite the fact that I told Marianne how I will attend to all of this, I find myself unable to focus or care for any of it. I still have our discussion running in my mind, and looking at all this, I only see Luke everywhere. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. So glad you seconded this great with you. I'm feeling it. Thank you. I'm glad too, because I miss so many beautiful, yummy wum-wums. What the fuck? Whoa, that was even close. Bunny yummy-os, oh my lord. I love hanging out with you guys and going on these game adventures. It's wonderful. But yes, Lord, thank you. You came out. I had chicken nuggets or something. Like, I think they're doing something for me. Yummy wum. If you have a try, if you feel better all the time, you create such amazing hours. Thank you. I try. Yummy wum. So our discussion running in my mind, and looking at all this, I only see Luke everywhere. There's all the grand things that Luke wanted to have for the party. I want a small, elegant, simple gathering with only a select few invited, namely the people who I would actually trust to enter my home. I do not want any bloody politicians or paparazzi in here, no matter how used I am to catering them. You know, you would think with how fucking, you know, careful you were trying to be with, you know, the media, you wouldn't be inviting all these fucking bitches.
At least be here for your party. Damn it, Luke.
Everything screamed Luke right. Can't help but add another question to my growing list of queries. When did I lose myself? Oh, Hannah. It's always about him nowadays, isn't it? What about Hannah, right? What about Hannah Evans? Oh, dude, I'm gonna fucking cry. I'm gonna cry. Dude, I think someone actually did lose my nuggies. Oh, dude. He used to be my own woman who made her own name, her own career, and her own decisions. Sure, I was already the social butterfly that I still am today, but it wasn't all empty, shallow gossip, and sitting pretty. I was also lauded for my knowledge and talent. Finance manager wasn't just handed to me just because my father owned the company. I had insisted that I start at the bottom so I could work my way to the top and prove myself. And I did. I worked numbers, managed budgets, money and accounts, analyzing the competition and market trends. There's a calculation of financial risk, cost reduction opportunities, auditor, liaison, and public relations, supervision of staff, and, well, generally had a huge slew of responsibilities. Admittedly, I was already quite the attention seeker even back then, having dedicated most of my youth craving for my parents' approval. Failing that, I turned to others, looked for praise from anyone who would give it, however fleeting it all was. And Luke, oh Luke, the way he looked at me, the way he watched me and took a genuine interest. He had me disgustingly obsessed since day one, hasn't he? He saw me for me, Hannah Evans, with both my faults and my achievements. Jesus! Thanks, thank you! Man didn't treat me like some damsel in distress or some prize to be won. Remember the nights before we were married, where we talked about everything and anything, from big things like business, society, and philosophy, to little things such as where we have for breakfast, or whether we like cats or dogs more. Both prefer dogs. Nowadays, I'm just Luke Wright's wife. It's mostly my fault, isn't it? They told me that husbands preferred wives who are docile, subordinate, woman who'll always be there for him, yet would never outshine him in all aspects except beauty. Wife needs to be at home and attend to his needs, to have children and to take care of them in his absence. He said I had no business working anymore after I was married. I could blame society, but I listened. Before I can call further into this introspective pit of self-loathing, someone calls for my attention.
The guests have arrived, madam.
Oh my god.
And Luke?
Running a bit late, I'm afraid.
Late for his own party. That man, I swear. He's probably looking to make a dramatic entrance, knowing him.
This got deep, right? Love that. Honestly, though, like, this game is really good with its characters. There's a Batman dude, right? I feel choked up, honestly. Like,
open the doors, then.
Fuck.
Centauri.
Rising up in the driveway, peppering the front of the mansion with vehicles of every kind. Grand tours, supercars, even the odd high-end muscle car or two. Convertibles, grand saloons, and other luxury cars can be seen being parked by valets. Handful of cabs drive off, possibly for those who thought it's too troublesome to bring their own cars. There are at least 2 different media vans as well. They're all here for what may be considered the biggest event of the year for Luxborn. So far. Who knows what we'll plan for the winter holidays?
Welcome everyone. Please, make yourselves at home.
Hey, Gibby's and blame society. Honestly, though, do you think Hannah speedruns? Really is. I mean, quite with the storyteller. It's amazing. It really is. Tell the guest idle, enjoying the warm, if not strange sunshine we are experiencing before gloomy skies another return. To a world record pace. Were you there for that typhoon? Like, and some person came in and, like, you know, we're just playing games and shit, and they just kept talking about their speed running and shit. Like, it wasn't even like the same game or anything. They were just going off on about themselves, and we're just like, hey, like, yo, like, you know, that's awesome and shit, but like we're doing something, you know? And there's like, fine, I will stop talking about speedrunning because society wants me to. I was like, what the fuck? Let's see how those abortions, right? I just want these 2 to die. I like Hannah a lot more. I at least want Luke to die. The hell, dude, right? Don't think I was. Oh god, that sounds fucking hilarious, dude. I think I was like joking about for literally like bringing it up every now and again, like the entirety of the stream. Like that shit was just too funny. Like, oh my lord. Some people are just very full of themselves. Tell the guests idle, enjoying the warm, if not strange sunshine we're experiencing before gloomy skies inevitably return. They greet acquaintances and friends with warm smiles, others less so. From where I stand, I can see the hierarchy of power, the ties that bind these individuals here, whether through convenience or necessity. However, there are also few who are not here to further cement their current place in high society. Oh, Ashton. Such as this young man with his oriental... Now Hannah can die. Ignorant of the looks he receives. He's not the only one. And women and men alike, god damn it.
Be careful with Shirley, alright?
Oh my god! Why did they give that? Why did they make that his name? Dude. Are you serious? Or that Rose. Wait, why are these two here? No way, Margarita, that's crazy, dude! Oh my god! Oh my god! That rose-haired woman talking on her phone! Well, she looks unsure of why she is here exactly.
Yes, I'm at the party already, Mom. Yes, I'll say hi to her if I can.
I see Zachary, the photographer, as well. He talks to a few of the other media crew with an air of familiarity.
I was just here a few days ago, yeah. And the inside is huge.
No fucking way,
but the
right?
staff are pretty helpful if you get lost.
Hey, fly for an Asian guy, right? And then there are people like the chief inspector, people I can never be too sure about, people who stand on the border between being suspicious and being trustworthy.
Thank you for the invite, Anna. Husband still missing, I see.
Jesus
I
Christ.
should be saying the same of your darling Rochelle, Lee. The doctors again.
She told me she'll just be in the gardens. Bet she's lying and that she's somewhere around mingling, gossiping with the other ladies. It's no offense, but that seems to be all you ladies do at these parties.
And aren't you gossiping right now?
Yes, well, what about Luke? Should we file a missing persons report now, or do you want to wait 24 hours?
Is that an actual term people use, Andrew? I thought that term is not good for referring to people anymore. Especially isn't it because like the meaning, like, you know, is hey, gossip, been to a world about women gossip. Wait, what money?
He's around.
You know, I can tell if someone's bluffing. Don't tell me, let me guess. He's finally drunken himself to death and not wanting a scandal. You've hidden his body. I was wanting to give this housewarming gift to him personally, too.
Why is he giving a gift to just him and not both of them? I see, not Kasi. Oh, okay.
It's a plate that holds a wine glass so he can stop killing himself with liquid lunches. Looks like it's too late for that.
Nothing like that. Besides, this is a hardly polite conversation.
Oh, relax. I'm just trying to be cheeky to lighten the mood. It's not like I want Luke dead.
Well, we do.
The man doesn't serve dodgy plonk like the others when I visit, and he pays his respects well enough. I could use a glass of wine or 3, actually. Rochelle's been in a horrid mood. Threw her stilettos at me the other day and almost took an eye out. Not sure if this is how it usually goes, but I blame the pregnancy.
I wouldn't know, would I?
Still no plans for
Damn.
a baby? Well, I guess that's for the best. If it's this bad now, I can't even imagine how bad it'll be when that little baby bump becomes huge.
He mentions how I don't trust him no matter how hard I try to do so. At least he brought a gift, I suppose.
Why don't you just go inside and have some wine, Lee?
Think I will, thanks.
You don't necessarily know how Luke did, right? Meetings such as these carry on as the guests continue to trickle in. Whether we have a short conversation or merely shake hands and nod heads, I make sure to attend and welcome each of them. As the first hour passes us by, the rest of the stragglers and I adorn to the ballville. Any latecomers will have the attention of the porter instead. I have other duties to attend to now. closing part is always the same old song and dance, no matter how big or small it is. You make sure your guests are well fed, have good company, and have them generally enjoy themselves. So when my opening remarks are done, when the band has started to play and the guests have started eating, I find myself wandering around aimlessly unless I am pulled aside. For a while, I stay with a small group and entertain them before excusing myself. And when they're not anymore watching me, I end up watching them. When they don't listen, I do. A local banker is having trouble with his daughter. He wishes to marry her off, but she wants nothing more but to make music. One of our hotel managers is worried about the stolen belongings of one of his patrons. A feeling insecurity which should be brought up to higher authorities soon. But check my Yushka says, and so what's a good adjective here? A mayor, well, Scott died. Then there's that rose-haired woman once again. It's hard not to notice her with her distinctive locks. She also lacks the grace that the other ladies have, though that does not make her any less beautiful. Her stands in the air she exudes, instead, are shine and they make her stand out despite her casual attire. Fanciness and fancy. Many men have already given her their attention, though each invitation at dance has been turned down. I approach intrigued, although it's no great mystery what occupies her own attention, with the glances she keeps sending towards the boy with the oriental hip. To fucking Christ, dude. The ball? She remains unaware, though, even as I stand beside her, pretending that I am there for a drink.
You would catch his eye a lot better if you wore nicer clothes,
Damn!
don't you think?
Didn't realize the housewarming was going to be this fancy. I would have gone with a nice dress if I knew.
Oh, you're fine, dearie. It's only really the parvenus, those who climb, that come to these parties all dolled up. Quite the black-haired beauty, isn't he?
Because I do nothing to speak any softer. He merely passes by, as I wonder he doesn't hear what I say.
You, Ash?
You know, you really shouldn't have turned down those offers. If I wasn't married, I'd happily go dancing with those young men. But you said a name. Ash. That's the exquisite lad you've been looking at all this time. I don't know him, and I'm the one hosting this party. That must mean you know each other. Is he your boyfriend then? Because that would explain those rejections.
Why are they hanging out together? Like, Ash, Becca and Zach, why are they hanging out together? I would hate to be in this big of a party and not be with the people I actually fucking know. In all my life, I've never seen a face grow red so fast. The shade of her hair did not help as well. It's the most pink I've seen on a person, really.
What? No, that's ridiculous. He isn't my boyfriend.
Really, they're all spread like that, right?
Such a violent reaction. A simple no would have sufficed. Many here would be happy to hear it.
And I haven't been looking at him.
That's right. You've been staring. Quite heatedly, in fact. Although I'm not sure if you look like you want to kiss him or kill him.
It's more the latter currently.
Just don't go murdering him on my property. I don't want to walk into a room and suddenly find a body there.
However, as I feel the burning of someone's stares, it is chilling, and though I'm used to enduring the gaze of others, this one makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. Wonderful. Attention is pulled from the girl, and I see a woman staring. Dark-haired and dirty, she looks more like a beggar than a guest. I have half the mind to call the security at her when her mouth breaks out into a grin. All I hear is her laughing. Very fancy, not kidding. Her head is a horrid, right? Like she's staring at her, staring at other people. That's what rich people do. Oh, you know what happens so quickly. They're fucking right. Taunting. Her stare makes my blood run cold. She looks at me like I am nothing but a pig to slaughter for amusement. It makes my hand shake and I nearly drop my drink. Then, in a blink, she's gone and the buzz of the party returns.
I'll keep that in mind, but... Are you alright?
Yes, sorry. I just thought I saw something strange. It must be the trick of the light.
Right, money?
Anyway, on a right, as you must already know.
Rebecca Gales.
Gales.
It's familiar, like a fond memory. I recall a kind lady, a private tutor who treated me like her own daughter when I was young. She even bring me food when there is no need to do so. really stovies, which I honestly hadn't been too keen about, but I ate them nonetheless because she bought them for me.
Oh, the professor!
Was that inaudible? I felt very squeaky. Blessy, thank you.
And your little Becky.
My parents couldn't make it since they're in Scotland right now. And Mom says hi, by the way. But yeah,
sure is
that's
nice.
me,
Oh, I'm nice.
Little Becky. We met once before.
Yes, oh, I remember you. You were the cutest little thing with glasses.
You're very kazooie. Oh, thank you.
And when we met, you were having boy troubles with this lad called something with an A. What was it again? Aaron, Alan, Adele, Albert, Alexander, Andrew?
Mindless on this, the more red and more quiet Becky gets. She starts to look a bit miserable as her body language shows discomfort and stiffness. As I triggered a horrid childhood memory. Surely it had been me when she visited with her mother? I don't quite remember all of it.
Ashton! Ash! That man is that boy! The same one. Oh, goodness me, after all these years! I can see why, though. He's quite dashing.
You don't really need to announce it to everyone with an earshot, you know? Keep it down.
I'm so sorry, but it really is cute.
And a tad bit sad, right? Because she ain't gonna get that bitch. I'm getting that bitch.
So, this is a nice party, Miss Wright.
Please, Anna's fine. We're friends of a sort, aren't we? We must be friends, seeing as I know about your little infatuation, Becky. Don't you worry, dearie. You'll have your happy ending yet.
I'm not too concerned about that, am I? That's not what I'm looking for.
Oh? And what makes you think that? Doesn't everybody want their happy ending?
The idea of happy endings sounds like they're just for fairy tales. And they are, sorta. I don't think you can just sit around, trapped in some tower and hope for the best. If you love them, you have to fight for it, right? You're not just going to sit there and hope that everything will just fix itself on its own. Like everything, you have to work at it. But what do I know?
There's a grimace, although she starts to relax around my presence. How long has it been since we met as children? Certainly a long time. She was tiny back then, if I recall correctly.
I'm sure the daughter of the two greatest professors I've ever known is smart enough to know what she's talking about. But have you told him how you feel?
Thank you.
And it's been what? 20 years?
17, actually. But no, not yet. He can be a bit dense. I was hoping that maybe he'd notice on his own and...
Well, that won't do. What if you two become husband and wife? He's not to be dense when he's sworn himself to another person. Why, you might just as well consider leaving before the day's even begun.
If that happens, I'll have to give him a good ear bashing, won't I? Whoever anyone ends up with, it's not going to be a perfect relationship anyway. There's going to be things you'll love and things you'll hate about the other person. We're just humans. It's funny. Here I am, trying to give you advice when you did the very same thing back then. I remember you giving me a makeover when we were still kids. And you were the first I told anyone about my... crush.
Hey, yourself to work on it because she hasn't been ruined all these years, right? Yeah, remember now that she mentions it, did I give her that yellow summer dress or the pink blouse and petticoat? She must have kept some of what I said in mind. It feels ridiculous remembering all that years later, talking about boys and how they go crazy for pretty girls, as if it's some gospel every woman should adhere to. It's so easy to say such things then, with me not knowing any better. Though, looking at her now, she must have kept some of what I said in mind. Perhaps I did say something good at the time, enough for her to take it to heart. But all that didn't matter in the moment as I mull over what she's just said in my head. Becky told me it's very different from what Marianne told me. There's still time to ponder over that, however, as the hush descends upon the once lively crowd. The music she's in the chatter slows to a grinding halt and the doors in the foyer opens. As the latecomers should have arrived moments ago, anyone else asleep would simply be too embarrassed to show their face. So this can only be one person, or rather, one man. There's only one man who is audacious enough to arrive at his own party so
Good
late.
evening, ladies and gents. Enjoying the party? I hope I'm not too late in welcoming you all to the right mansion.
And like I, who was raised in the spotlight, simply grew used to his presence. He sought it out every chance he could, even when there was no spotlight that shone. And I'll never put it against him when he smiles like that, or when he smells like that. Thank you, right? Oh God. You did so quite brilliantly under the scrutiny when you challenged his showmanship. Thank you. But we don't care, right? You can tell by the way people's eyes light up as he speaks. How they listen, enraptured, even if all he's doing is simply greeting. A little wave of his hands here as he fans away the rancid odor from his ass. A little smile there and a bit of swagger. Thank you. I always tell him that if he's not to be a businessman, he'll do well as an entertainer. Oh, thank you. I love the sight of him, especially when he looks at me and he beckons me over to humbly share his place. Not a single second is wasted as I excuse myself from Becky's side and make my way to Luke's.
Welcome one and all to our humble abode. Tonight, if you have yet to find yourself in your roles, you are all ladies and lords of the court of your king and queen, if you would excuse my presumptuousness. So enjoy the feast that has been laid out for your senses, as we only allowed the best to be served.
Sorry, I just love that sentence. What just happened?
Enjoy the rest of your night, everyone.
There's a round of applause, cheers, and even some hoots. Guests approach us left and right to shake Luke's hand and greet him personally. Praises on their lips. It's because of this that I do not see her. I do not see her until she's dangerously close with fury in her eyes as she's already spitting venom. What the fuck? Your hands shake, sir, taking care not to necessarily harm the pregnant woman. But that does not deter her rage, and the man has no choice but to let her go, unless an unborn child is hurt. Although it might be too late for that, as I see an empty glass of wine in her hand. Oh shit. How much has she imbibed? Right? Oh no, right?
Are you feeling ill, Rochelle? Perhaps you need to sit down and...
No! Shut it, you munter! I ain't talking to you! I'm talking to this scumbag over here! You bloody bastard standing there with your smarmy smile!
She interrupts me, jabbing her finger in my direction before she rounds on Luke. Even as whispers and murmurs break out among the guests, all I can focus on is the heat at the moment. I was intoxicated, judging by the smell of alcohol in her breath. I'm not ticked off about this little display of hers. At least, not yet. Oh my god, what if the baby is his? I'm fine, how are you? I'm good, thank you for asking. I'm glad you're doing fine. She's right, you're damn right. Yes. But I'm absolutely pissed by the fact that she'd endanger her own baby by drinking. There's a considerable amount of restraint and grace that I must exercise while I wait for her tantrum to subside. I keep a patient, if tight, smile on my face. Luke's expression, on the other hand, is indecipherable.
Watch your tongue! You're on thin ice, Rochelle. Where's your husband? Who even invited you?
I did.
And I told you with great emphasis not to. Now we have a drunk, hormonal, pregnant woman causing a stir. What is even going on?
I'm just about to ask the exact same thing.
I don't know. But Rochelle, do calm down before you hurt yourself.
It's like a soap opera, right?
I can't understand a word you're saying.
Where is that husband of yours? Lee! Collect your wife right now!
God damn!
Don't you fucking talk like I'm not here and you're not responsible, you ass! You told me that I should wait for you in the gardens!
Excuse me. What is this nonsense you're going on about?
That's gotta be his child, right?
Crazy talk! That's all it is!
Oh
Just
my god.
completely and
Oh my
utterly
god.
mad! Has anyone seen the Chief Inspector?
I am pregnant with your little bastard. You promised me you'll take responsibility.
There it is. There it is! Oh no! Yeah, holy shit!
God damn it, Luke! I finally got you to
fucking
talk to me
right?
after months of silence, and you do this to me!
What?
What do you mean you're pregnant with?
Oh my god, right?
No, because it's true.
Lies and slander, woman!
Hey, get this man out of your life, right?
Security! Yo, Hans, take her out of here before she makes an even bigger fool of herself!
No, you do not do this to me. I was so ready to leave my stupid oaf of a husband. I told you to leave that damn wife of yours. Look at her. Does she look like she wants a baby?
Oh my god! You're horrible, right?
Does she look like she could take care of a baby?
Oh my god! Jesus Christ! Oh my god! Right? This is so twist. Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah, we're making him lonely. Best option, if I can get him killed, I'm going to do it. So now that Hansy returns to security along with a concerned-looking Officer Lee, they surround her and move to escort the hysterical woman. Judging by his pale face, he has heard the whole thing, and I feel nothing but pity for the man. Not that I believe Michelle. Luke will never go so far as to sleep with another woman, right?
I'm so sorry for her behavior. She's been under a lot of stress. And the alcohol.
Yes, we were things of her. She doesn't exactly the son, right? Dicen, todos son iguales. Todos son iguales. Everyone is equal?
Talking nonsense, that's all it is. You're not allowed to drink because of the baby, Shelley. What are you thinking?
Nothing to see here, people. Move along.
I love Hansy so much. You got hi. Hey, is there really nothing here but the ramblings of a drunk? Of course there's nothing but ramblings of a drunk. She's just jealous. Jealous of this wonderful marriage, this happily ever after that I have with my prince.
Take that troll up out of here immediately. And see to it that she isn't allowed to hear or anywhere we hold any authority in Luxborn.
Oh shit. A bit of an alien with the right name on it is basically a social suit. Oh. We basically own half of Luxborn, and there isn't a single establishment of repute that isn't under our patronage one way or another. This is mercy. I could do much worse to her. At least this way she could just move out of the city and never ever return. I've stayed my hand in the face of her grievous fault. Her bold face lies when she deserves so much more. I could take away her business, have her factory shut down. It is too easy to ruin her life until she's just nothing, and it is all too tempting. I can only see red. The tension is thick in the air, and the silence that embraces the room is nearly deafening. There are worried and almost fearful glances for some of the guests, yet at the same time I can still hear them whispering. But as long as they hold their tongues and don't interfere, none of those matter to me. Yeah, fuck that, fucking right? You have to change your name, go over here, shit, alright? Especially when my darling looks at me with a different shine in his eyes. It almost seems as if he's proud of what I've done, and that spurs me on more than anything.
Everyone,
more
please go back to enjoying the party. Don't let that mess of a woman ruin your night.
You heard her! Strike up the band, maestro, and let us dance like fireflies in the night!
Jazzy, right? No, don't look in his snake-ass eyes, and right? It's a bit for the crowd to stare at him in the face of all that, but like most pawns of the elite, he is brushed under the rug and forgotten in favor of merriment. He offers his hand to me with a small smirk and a bow.
That was a mess, wasn't it? And you handled it magnificently.
It happens. We are very important people, are we not?
It sounds so awkward coming out of him, right?
Lady, would you like to dance?
With pleasure, my prince.
No one is going to get in between me and my darling husband. Not Michelle or any other rich snooty scrubber. Now, not some common whore. Not some common whore or an ambitious maid. No one is going to get near him in that manner, not while I'm around. And if I have anything to say about it, no one is going to get near him at all. There it is, right? Yeah, they proved to be a difficult task. My darling prince is a man of many connections, a man of the people. He is also talking to one person or another, and I'm always left alone, unable to stay at his side at all times. It's frustrating, but I have to be understanding. Besides, I don't see why he can't just stay at home. The least I could do is make sure I have his time while he's here, which, in of itself, isn't as easy as it sounds. Not with that bloody valet of his tailing him around.
Hans, where's my tie? I can't find it anywhere.
Have you looked around your neck? It should be there if it's not on your clothes horse, sir.
It isn't clothes horse. It isn't often that I'm awake this early, at least early enough to find my darling preparing for the day with his valet attending to him. It's an old-fashioned way to go about the morning. He's able to dress himself after all, but he says that it really makes the day easier for him to have someone else do this tedious task, albeit with a grimace. Although the manservant of his dislikes to do so much, I'm gladly do it instead.
I've got it, my prince. Come here.
Well, someone's up and at them especially early this morning, huh? Here I thought you'd be knackered by all the dancing we did last night at the party. And after that... well...
Saucy little wink and a smile is what he offers me as I draw close to fix his tie. They fucked! And when the valet reaches out with his perfume, I quickly take it and shoo him aside. This close scent fills me with the smell of white flowers, cocoa, cardamom, and almonds is intoxicating. And the sight of the two of us in the vanity mirror is picturesque and perfect. It's right here, just not fucking right. Can I help it if I feel a bit resentful that another person get to do this for Luke every morning when I get done it myself? It too is bone, right? No, I can't.
You're dismissed, Shroken. I have this. Go on then. You'll be summoned if you're needed.
His cute, slick, frilled brows for any sign that he cares is away from his expression.
Very well. If you need me, I'll be somewhere that isn't here.
You could have let the man do his job.
And I say there's no need for him. I can take care of you just fine, my prince. Just where are you off to this morning anyway?
Hate the thought of him leaving me. It feels like an eternity without him here, in this lonely place that doesn't feel like a home quite yet. Although the mansion is really growing on me, slowly but surely. I want to be at his side, yet he fails to see such an obvious thing.
Business. Where else?
Why can't you just work from home? You can afford to, can't you?
Business needs a firm hand and a personal touch, Buttercup. Besides, I can't stay cooped up forever in here. I'll go mad.
Chill your ass, Ozzy, though!
Well, you'll come back home as soon as possible, won't you? It's so awfully lonely here without you, my prince.
I could. I don't see why I should, though. This hasn't been a problem before.
Dude, this man is the worst fucking husband in the world. Oh my god. You're basically just some kind of hoarded, right?
You know I'll come home when I come home.
Just get home as soon as you can. For me, won't you?
No promises. It's business after all.
Dude, oh my god. Leave his ass.
I can't just stand up in the middle of the meeting and tell them the wife wants me home.
Then
yes,
forget
you
those
can.
peasants.
Sass's chair is looking perturbed for a moment before shaking his head. Is he feeling ill? That's more reason for him to stay here with me, doesn't it? I'm just being a good wife, worrying about my husband and all.
Be good, dear. And stay safe. There's been all sorts of dodgy characters seen about the property.
I feel like you could, right? I have so much information. Oh my god, it's actually what's happening in this story.
I'll be leaving Johans with you, just in case you need anything, and to be on the safe side, okay?
But I don't need a valet. I need you here with me.
I'll be closing a big deal with a pharmaceutical company soon, if things go according to plan. Maybe, after that, I can take a breather for a bit.
No maybes. You have to promise me.
I only need him.
I'm going to be late, Hannah. The longer this takes, the later I'll get home.
It's kind of fucking easy. You just have to promise.
Fine. Shall I see you out?
This other story, please. I might have reasons why you did tonight.
If that's what you want.
At the front door, his valet waits ready to accompany him for the rest of the day when he's told to stay and attend to me. I still don't like it. It looks like he doesn't either. but I ignore him in favor of the one who really matters. Hold Luke's hand in mine and give him a deep kiss. Makes my heart flutter as I see the way his eyes close during our moment of passion. Fighting for air, I can only smile.
Have a good day, my prince.
Right. Off I go.
Why did he say it like that? Don't allow him to leave. You should just stay. Forever.
If you could let go of my hand, please, Hannah.
So hard to let go when I finally have him in my grasp. Such a man that his kind of lead pains me so. It leaves behind an aching, gaping hole like a hunger and a need. I'm not content until he returns.
If it fits you, breakfast is ready in the parlor, madam.
Maybe I'll be in a foul mood until he returns.
Leave and go practice your bloody sodomy elsewhere.
Damn, don't take it out on Hansi. He didn't do anything. That right was so straight, right?
Peculiar.
When I turn around to hiss at him to leave, he's already gone, and that suits me just fine. I want to be alone without anyone bothering me. I want to be alone with myself and my thoughts, and only these halls as company. These damned halls which will hold our memories, just he and I. There's no one else I need but my prince. Not some cheeky servant who's just living it up because he's Luke's right-hand man. Rubbish like him deserve nothing. Damn, no! That's just handy, didn't Shadu, right? I don't think she ever called him prince until just said exactly. He deserves to be thrown and locked in. Oh god, no, the attic. Without realizing, my feet have brought me in here. This empty, lifeless room disgusts me. The longer I stare at it, the harder it gets to breathe. As if the walls are moving in on me. Oh my god, right? Yet at the same time it pulls me in. I hear whispering and curiosity get the better of me as I look under the bed. Oh god. There on the far corner, a loose floorboard. The wood, despite having swelled and warped over the years, is strangely familiar, comforting in its feel. Though it's not merely what my hand searches for as I reach for it. It takes quite an effort, but soon I'm able to lift it. Inside, underneath the dust and cobwebs, lie a pendant, warm and familiar. And I swear, if I just close my eyes, I can feel it beating in my palm. I feel a thrill, though I also feel like a thief for taking it. Oh god, this is my idea! Hey, this is kind of like what the but it's mine, so without delay, I hide in our room. In front of the vanity, I see the ways my eyes shine as I remove the clasp of my old necklace and put on this new one. You're gonna die. It fits a lot better than the old one. I can feel it as it weighs on my chest.
Where it belongs.
Oh my god. She doesn't look good. This is casual, right? Why would you wear that tonight? This is probably fucking scary, dude, right? What's happening? What? You can't. You fucking can't, dude. What the hell? How's it really his line right across the dude? This is bullshit. This is bullshit. Right? That Susan smell. That wasn't fine. Do you think she's gonna kill the husband? God. So interesting how differently the thing that's haunting them is affecting it, right? That's how it is, right? Plus it really hits me long before I cross the threshold. Faint but light and warm, a reminder of what home is. Pa's stern but commending gaze, Ma's tender smile, the sunlight filtering through the eaves in the morning, and the distinct smell of cinnamon and vanilla as it drifts through the air every time something cooks from the room. I was gonna die for sure too, right? The room, our room, Ma and Pa's pride and joy. My sister and I too eventually, but we ain't allowed there, not yet. Not until we're taller or older. Not until we learn how to take care of ourselves and not burn our hands or reach the covers without having to be lifted.
But a little peek wouldn't hurt, yeah?
Floorboards are cold under my feet, more than it usually is. The walls more forbidding than what I'm used to. Farther and farther the room goes. Ma sees and Pa.
Oh, please wait.
Aww.
I'll be good. I'll sleep on time. Don't go.
Oh my god. I can't hear Pa. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. ruckus clanging. Ruckus? Clang and the deafening roar of gunshots, nor the screams replacing the comforting soft melodies. Oh my god. There's only the blinding fear. On my foot slips, the red sea that catches me is bitter and frigid, but the blood that drips in my hand is warm. Oh no, I think it ate my blood. I think that was a dad. The walls tumble and everything goes quiet. How are you doing, good tart? Takes a few moments for everything to fall into place for my eyes to adjust to the relative darkness of the room. Alright! Despite the pleasant chill the AC brings, my shirt is clinging tightly to me, and my blanket a tangled mess around my throat. Morning has not even arrived, and yet...
Way too early for this thing, man.
And too long. Few hours since the last I've woken up drenched in my own sweat, head littered with thoughts that are gone as soon as my eyes open. All too often, only imprints and brief images are left to haunt me for the rest of the day, or until my mind forgets about it. Egad, whichever comes first. Yet, vivid or not, what little I can remember does not matter. Regardless, the desperation sticks, clawing at, pushing, urging me to relive, oh my god, every moment, every sensation, and... There's a twinkle in Ma's eyes when she looks up from her work, flour dusting her nose and cheeks. The scent of freshly baked bread wafts from the oven as soon as Pa opens it, and the homely fragrance of honey fills the room. He reaches up to wipe the small beads of sweat away from his forehead before gesturing for me to come closer the moment he spots me on my little hiding place behind the door. I expect him to be angry, but his pat on my back when I come within his arm's reach is encouraging enough. We'll have to taste these first before we put it out for sale tomorrow. You up for it, little man? Is it good enough? Knock cuts through the air before I can answer. Sharp, heavy, demanding, familiar. So distantly familiar. Ma ushers me out of the kitchen when Pa moves to answer it. The sugary queen, thank you so much for following for the young lady tonight. Nibbled, you're fine now, how are you? Ma ushers me to the kitchen when Pa moves to answer it, but I know what waits outside. Taste the blood in my mouth sends an unpleasant churning in my gut. Ma's apron crinkles under my tight grip. Something snaps back into place. My bed remains in an utter disarray. The walls still need a new paint job, and the wall clock ticking opposite my bed is as unsettling as I hate the sound of ticking clocks. Oh my god. Ash is right. I should have already replaced that when I had the chance.
No longer there, Zachary. Here and there are miles apart.
Aww.
Calm down. Breathe.
Pressure of my own fingers against my temple is a welcome sensation over the anxiety gripping me. It never really did anything to stave off the headache sure to follow after this before, but it grounds me. A little reminder that I'm safe, away from the place I once called home, from Ma and Pa's. The urgency was each rap that follows finally chases away the ghosts that I need to hang around. Why anyone thinks it's a good idea to knock at someone else's door this late confuses me. Nana would chase them all the way with a broom if she was here. But no matter, it's a welcome break from the thoughts about to take a morbid turn if left festering. I just Ash anyway, looking for a place to crash. Wonder of wonders why he's bothering you with the courtesy when he never did so before. Even with that hunch, though, habit compels me to check who it is first through the people. Better safe than sorry, they say, except the person that greets me on the other side ain't him. Unless his hair grew longer overnight, he started wearing a ponytail. Oh god, is it? I'm hoping that's fucking... I'm assuming that's gonna be Isabella. I'm just scared and nervous. Dude, right? This is legit, like, really good. Of course, with your hell, that will happen anytime soon, no matter how funny that looks in my head. Waste some time opening the latches.
Isabella, it's late.
God bless. There's something I can't quite pinpoint in her eyes as she looks up. Her face a pallid shade, shoulders tense, breathing heavily, and an uncontrollable shaking in her hand she's trying to hold back. Hide if I didn't know any better.
Hey, Zach. Sorry, I know it's weird for me to show up at this hour, but you are the closest to my office, and...
No, it's perfectly fine. I'm not really working on anything right now. Do you want to come in?
Is it all right? I know you should be sleeping at this hour, but I thought... I'm sorry, I just thought... I have no idea why I went here. My feet just moved on their own after I got out of the office, and And sorry.
Shows off, her voice lost in the muggy night air. I wait for her to say more, but instead her only response is a downward shift of her gaze, back to her still trembling hands as if the motion alone is enough of an explanation. A minuscule gesture, easy to miss if one is not paying attention, but for someone who has seen the same expression on the mirror, done the same too many times when night tears are inevitable, it is not.
Hey, don't worry about it. At least you knocked.
This girl drinking wine too fucking right. Also, this is a very tiny little room.
Ash just barges in and crashes on the couch whenever he feels like it.
Is that the couch? Because that's like really tiny.
I swear that guy is one fine hairline away from being a criminal. Besides, you already know you can count on me whenever.
Really quick, I want to see. Okay, so I think. Wow, I want to see if. Okay, so our friendship with everyone carries over. It seems so. So Zach and Isabella are like really close together. Oh shit! Without waiting for an answer, I step away from the door and saunter over the kitchenette. For a few good seconds, only the clinking of the plates can be heard above the constant tick-tock. Late as it may be for a snack, the familiar emotions keep me occupied, steering my mind away from dangerous thoughts. Ain't that curious, though, right? Isabella's company is not unwelcome either. Whatever her reason for showing up here at such an hour, it doesn't matter. I'll be damned if I just turn her away, frazzled as she is. The door clicks shut behind her when she finally enters, feet scuffling softly against the tile floor. In all the years I've known her, she has never once lost her ever upbeat spirit. Yet, in this particular moment, she stands in my doorway, holding her arms close to herself. It's as if I'm looking at someone completely withdrawn from the person I've come to know all these years.
Do you want to drink or eat anything? I haven't restocked my food stash yet, so ingredients may be a bit limited. But I'm sure I can whip something up with what I have here.
They're dangerous thoughts. I'm assuming the ones that make him anxious.
Just water will do, please. Thanks, Zach.
What? No additional food requests? That's new. I'll put something together for you anyway.
Dude, he is such a homie.
And feel free to make yourself at home. You ain't exactly a new visitor here. Although my room's not at its most presentable right now. Sorry, new freelance gigs and such.
I told you I always got us to do the water. Sorry, I accidentally fucking tapped out.
Didn't have time to fix things up here lately.
It's okay. I don't mind.
Usually she has something more to say about that. A quip, a witty remark to provoke a laughter or two. Nothing from her this time. Zach is a bro, honestly though. Only a wee smile before she takes a seat on the couch, and a silence that stretches out until what we left hanging feels disconcerting, sorry. When everything turns stifling and awkward, I continue talking, if only to keep the dead air at bay. How's one supposed to keep a conversation going when the person you're talking to is like this?
Anyway,
Thank you so much for keeping us hydrated. Thank you. Wish guys some liquors inside of you.
Can you believe this one client we got? Boss had all my scheduled shoots shifted after they caught wind of this couple buying a new property. Man, must be nice to have all the money in the world. The world itself moves for you, huh?
Damn. Curled up on one side of the couch and hugging her knees close when I bring the tray carrying the sandwiches and the water she requested. What kind of sandwiches do you think you're having? Starts to straighten up as I'm unloading the contents, but pauses as soon as I hold up my hand in a halting gesture.
You're a guest. Didn't I say you're free to make yourself at home? Here's your water. Careful.
The tremor in her hands, the lighter now, still hasn't subsided when she reaches out for the glass. Give her a questioning look, but she is quick to avert her eyes, keeping herself occupied by taking small gulps of water. Or maybe she just doesn't want me asking questions. Worrying. The sudden loss for words, this bout of quiet, not normally present in our chats. Even the creaking of the old chair when I casually take the seat is a welcome back. Although the company's familiar, this has gone way past unnerving. Hello, Bess. University Manager for the sheet. Thank you so much, Sans. Have a good rest of your night. Sleep well. Buenas noches. Have fun at university tomorrow. Right? Say what you want. Say like that hit song. Say what you need to say.
Overtime at work?
Doesn't answer immediately. Another gulp drains her glass of its remaining contents. One would think it will be enough to help her recover, yet she doesn't lose her taut grip on the glass as she cradles it on her lap. Sorry. Her eyes take an unfocused gaze when she speaks again.
Yeah. Boss handed me extra work today. after what happened.
I love them all. I love you. Isn't like bad for it, but yeah, also want to say to Kirka, get ready for best sounds, good casual, have to rest in Navy, don't make a book, slip wheel. Hope you feel better too.
To Rose.
There you go.
Rose. Why do I feel like you've mentioned her before? Sorry, I'm better with remembering faces than names.
She was my coworker. That will take some getting used to. I was just talking to her the other day.
Was? Did she resign or something? I think I'm missing a few details here, Bella.
You've never met her. I think I did mention her once or twice. It doesn't matter. You probably heard her name recently from the news than me.
Something clicks then. A little memory from the night before. The bright red light from the dark room. The strong odor of the stop bath. Television's barely audible murmur in the background and a glimpse of a bloody room. The news is everywhere, even the morning that follows. I just didn't think its effect will strike someone this close to me.
Damn. I didn't mean to bring that up.
No, like I said, it'll take some getting used to, but it'll get better. I hope it will. Things might become a little busier for me, though. She left a lot of things unfinished. And I'm one of the few people in the office who knows how she works. Boss thinks the transition will be easier if I handle it.
That explains it. Well, just don't forget you still need rest. Even the most hardworking people I know don't keep hours as late as this. Hell, the subway stopped running hours ago. Crime rate might be lower here than most places, but that doesn't mean you can walk around freely in the middle of the night.
It's just for today.
Still a good thing you dropped by here first. I'm not just about to let you walk out here alone, especially not in the middle of the night.
Dude, I cannot get over how good of a friend Zach is.
Who knows what else could happen? I'm not saying you should go right now, but I could accompany you home if you...
No! Wait, please!
The vehement tension in her voice makes me pause, and it is in this instant the match she's been keeping up falls apart, if only for a short while. Right then and there, I understood what's hiding behind her unfocused stare from the moment she arrived. Fear. Fear, unadulterated fear. It's disturbing to see such marring her usual upbeat... Oh, sir, I did not read that word. With a sigh, I cross a small distance, separating us and kneel in front of her. She doesn't flinch when I do so. However, the way she appears to make herself smaller against the couch is telling enough.
This ain't just about your coworker, is it?
It's such a homey device. I love her too. Bright as well does. That is song is so awesome. Exactly. Honestly, if we end up with Zach instead of Ashley, I'm totally okay with that.
What is it really about? I'm all ears.
Sonic glass showering rents through the air as soon as her hold on it loosens. In the span of a few seconds, her breathing grows labored.
I don't know anymore.
She clasps her hands over her ears, pressing it tightly against the side of her head. Her voice grows weaker with each word, each plea coming out of her mouth.
Please don't leave me alone. I don't want to be alone right now. I can't shake it off. Everywhere's not safe and...
All right, Isabella. Look at me.
My hands are firm on her shoulder when I pull her up to look at me. It takes every force of will to ignore the tear in her eyes in favor of taking control of the situation. Too close, too similar. Aww.
Breathe. You're safe here. Inhale, hold, exhale. Stay in the present. I'm here. No one's gonna hurt you. Do you want to talk about it?
Force the way she shakes her head is enough reason to drop the topic altogether. You know, the shining glasses. I appreciate that he's more focused on her than his kitchenware.
No more, please, no more. I don't want to remember anymore.
Kate, no more talking. I won't ask any more. Can I get you anything? Another glass of water?
Another glass?
I think I have a tub of that pistachio ice cream you love so much.
Oh, dude! Oh my goodness!
We're gonna have to clean this mess first. Will you be fine on your own for a little while?
Not slightly before she into herself again. No more words exchanged after that, and I take that as my cue to start cleaning the shards littering the floor before either of us get hurt. Quiet hum of the AC is a pleasant distraction as I go over the menial task. More so than her ragged Ragged draws a breath over my little feeble attempts to tell a quick story or two, but the latter does the trick, and soon enough she is already drifted off by the time I return with the promised glass of water, her chest rising and falling in a steady rhythm, the strain on her shoulders gone. Frankly, I've never seen her this still. She mumbles something I don't quite catch when I carry her to the empty bed and hugs herself tighter against the mess of blankets. In spite of the fact that she appears relaxed, the small frown on her face hasn't quite disappeared. Whatever happened to her won't be leaving her anytime soon. But for her sake, I hope it won't stay long with her. Because no matter what promises I made, this is a kind of fear no person should shield her from. Could shield her from, sorry. I should know. There are still questions left to be answered, but the late hour, coupled with the sudden exhaustion, made my old couch a more comfortable bed than it typically is. He cared and fine, dude! He's such a good friend! Darkness immediately welcomes me as soon as my head hits my makeshift pillow. I can only wish the genies will keep at a distance for now, for both of us. Ooh, do you guys think, like, the story's gonna end on Halloween? I just realized it's October 25th. Bessie knows while muffled are enough to wake me. In the end, it became one of those nights when sleep passes like a blanket and is plagued with vague, fuzzy thoughts. I lift a hand to rub away the drowsiness from my eyes, although it does little to relieve the gritty burning sensation from my eyelids. Outside, the sun is yet to peek over the horizon, but night has already given way to the cool morning light, washing everything in subtle gray hues. At this hour, the entire city remains unstirring. I'm trying to read this so much faster because this buzzing is really fucking annoying! Ordinarily, waking up before my own alarm means abusing the snooze button twice or thrice just to catch those precious few extra minutes of sleep. But the persistent ringing makes it impossible now.
This better be good.
Finally, I scramble for the bag sitting at the foot of the bed. The ringing still hasn't stopped, even as I fish the phone out and Ash's name flashes brightly on the screen when I turn it on. Must be pretty urgent if he hasn't dropped the call
Took
yet.
you long enough, Z-Man.
Oh my god. That's not sad, right? I bet it will have got better. That's how I think it's gonna be a closer, right? Oh, we do be that time. God, I love Halloween. Maybe you really makes Zach like you if this part even happens, right? Well, at least Klein has a holiday if it doesn't happen. That's true. A relief, right? Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Thank you long enough, Z-Man.
Ashton, it's 6 in the morning. Sun hasn't even risen. Hell, my brain ain't even awake yet.
See you next night. Good night, Muffin. Thank you so much for hanging out sleep with you.
Stop calling me Z-Man.
It's 20 past 6, Zach.
You want to talk? Give me back my 5 extra minutes, Ash. I want my sleep.
Hey, don't make fun of me. I can be a more person too if I want to.
What's this all really about? You don't usually make calls around this hour. Is the world ending today?
Sorry about that. Becca rang me up a few minutes ago looking for Isabella. Said she didn't show up in her own apartment last night. We both tried calling, but her phone seems to be off. Do you have any idea where...
I should have known you two would come looking for her first thing in the morning.
Not a laughing matter, Zach. You can't really let your guard down with everything that's happened here recently. You've heard about the Cooper woman from the news. Everyone in the precinct has been restless ever since the incident the other day.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Listen, Ash, about Bella.
My voice shut off, unsure how to go about recounting last night. If she even said anything to him. He might be a close friend, but at the end of the day, whatever is bothering her ain't mine to speak of in the first place. On the bed, Isabella remains as still as when I transferred her the night before. Sometime during her sleep, she pulls up a blanket over herself and tucked into it comfortably. Like this, it's easy to forget the horror in her eyes, or how much her hands and lips trembled. Save for her firm grip on the edge of the cover, she appears nearly as normal as she would at any other day. Almost.
I'm not really sure how to go about this while being...
Zach, what about her?
Something, the worry, the concern, must have surfaced in my tones because his own shifts then. Carefully, as if he's preparing for the worst.
Look, you don't have to worry about her. She's with me right now. Since last night, in fact.
I thought she wasn't gonna be there, right?
Oh, why didn't you just say so earlier?
She kinda knocked in the middle of the night. I couldn't possibly wake you two over that. And with how things are when she arrived, I thought it'd be best if I let her rest first. I just wasn't expecting people would be looking for her before the rooster even crows.
You could have at least called her something. Becca's beside herself with worry when she found out.
Why not just, like, text them?
You know how much she frets about the smallest stuff.
I know. I'm sorry. That was a lapse on my part. And I just didn't think, okay, you know what? Rebecca's worries ain't completely baseless. Isabella hasn't been her usual self since the movie. Maybe even before that. I don't know if I should be opening my mouth about this, but Bella didn't outright say I shouldn't, so...
So something's wrong then?
I'm not quite sure, to be completely honest. I couldn't get the story out of her.
Really? I thought you'd learned something from me by now.
That's not it. Ash, when she appeared at my doorstep last night, she was shaking, and when I tried to ask her about it, she just panicked. Had this frightened look on her face. I'd be surprised if this was the first time I've seen it, but it ain't. Dude, the first time, she was screaming.
First time? When was this? You weren't talking about the thing in the movie house, are you? Because that was just us fooling around. Granted, I think I went overboard with the joke, but...
No, it happened the day after. When she invited us to lunch, you weren't there. We were walking one second, and then the next, she's crying out. I'll be straight with you. That scared me shitless.
Yeah, he's a shitless. It bothered him if the way he falls silent after it. It bothered him if the way he falls silent is after his telling. Jesus, that was a weird sentence for me. But whatever his opinion is, stays absent from his voice when he speaks again. He's always been good with that, hiding what he thinks.
Did she say anything else?
Nothing. Won't tell me anything aside from a few vague words. I didn't want to push it.
Where is she? Is she still sleeping?
Right here with me, still sleeping. Should I wake her up or something? Let her know you guys are looking for her?
No need. Let her rest. I'll drop by in a few.
Today? Don't you have work at this time? I mean, I can drop her off home myself before meeting my client later.
Look who's talking.
My schedule's flexible, Ash. Last time I checked, you're the one who didn't have that luxury. How on earth do you think I'm able to tag along when you need me?
It's not completely out of the way.
They live on the other side of the town from you, Ash. Your definition of out of the way is a little screwed up, you know.
It's fine. I have some things I need to do anyway. I'll call you back. I've got to let Becca know that Scared Cat's fine. Bye.
Just to qualify, I can even get a word in, and for several minutes after, I find myself simply listening as the vessel Lexborn rouses. The increasing sound of passing traffic, the bustle of the nearby shops preparing for the day, and the growing clamor of the people while they go about their morning. Not the most soothing sound to hear following a troubled night, but the routine puts me at ease nevertheless. What's comforting, what's safe, what I'm used to. Shit is. Nearby, Isabella shifts but doesn't wake, blissfully unaware as the city slowly stirs itself back to life. Was her night as restless as the ones I had? Were her dreams as lucid? In hushed moments like this, I envy her. Unreasonable, probably a little unfair to say such in light of last night. Fully forgetting is as easy as breathing. Okay. A small yawn escapes me when I rise from the couch to stretch. Luckily, the short conversation with Ash has effectively driven away any will to go back to bed. I still have a day to get through despite the proverbial ghost hanging around. Orange bottle sitting on the edge of the table is reassuring against my palm. The instant I pick it up, the stale odor of the capsule equally so. Yet, the weight they carry is something I've never gotten used to. Years ago, I spent minutes, heck, even hours staring at a single pill prior to taking one in. Now it's just routine, a way to stave off the unwanted nightly visits. Although, I don't think Dr. Navarro will be quite pleased if he ever finds out I'm relying on them again. I do owe him a visit regardless, especially after missing our appointments on purpose and ignoring his calls for weeks. Another sigh comes out, tired and weary, and then I pop the tablet into my mouth.
Zach? What time is it?
Ah, my hand hits the table with more force than necessary. As much as I trust my friends, there's some things I'd rather keep to myself.
Morning, Bella. Did you sleep well?
He answers the question with a long, drawn-out yawn, one reminiscent of a child. A chuckle manages to come out of my mouth at the sight. In this manner, it's easy to mistake her for someone too young for responsibilities, inexperienced and immature even. Easy to forget she was thrust into the role of an adult earlier than her own dreams can. What the fuck was that noise? Oh! Thank you so much for the mwah! I'm not used to it yet! I'm so sorry. I greatly really appreciate your mwah. Sorry. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Holy shit. Easy to forget she was thrust into the role of an adult earlier than her own dreams can afford, to overlook how surprisingly observant she can be at times. Maybe not on the same level Ash exercises for his investigations or Rebecca needs for her own work, but certainly enough to deftly put what she sees around her on canvas. And if the way her eyes flickers to the table and my hand says something, is that I won't be able to avoid the questions this time.
Only a little. I don't remember how I ended up on the bed, though.
Ma doing? You didn't look very comfortable sleeping on the couch, all hunched up like that.
It would have been enough for something temporary. Sorry I stole your bed.
Hey, it doesn't matter. Besides, what kind of gentleman would I be if I leave a lady sleeping in such uncomfortable conditions?
Dude, Zach!
Not in this house. My nana would give me a tough scolding if I ever did that, I'm telling you.
Thanks a lot, Zach. I know I barged in at a very inconvenient time last night. I wasn't really thinking when I did, and...
Hey, it's cool, Bella. I ain't mad at you. That's what friends do. You guys are welcome here anytime.
Exactly!
Although Ashton abuses the anytime part a lot, I don't really mind. We might have less wiggle room if all four of us are present, considering the size of this place. But as long as no one makes anything explode, it's totally fine.
Fine or not, I still owe you one for last night's trouble, especially since you don't seem to be...
Saying expression passes over her features as she spares another cursory glance over the table, back to the bottle, holding every small piece of what keeps the bad memories at bay. The blood blooming over Pa's heart, the horrified look on Ma's face as she watches him fall lifeless to the ground, and every ounce of spite seeping from the stranger's smile. You don't belong here. Oh my god. I'm not gonna say that sentence. It never stops, doesn't it? It never stops, does it? Sorry. Ooh.
Well, you don't seem to be feeling well.
Holy shit! Oh my god.
Let me know, okay? I'll make it up to you somehow.
Fuck him, right? She makes a slight gesture with her head towards the bottle, asking a question without really asking. Sully has never been one of her greatest assets, but right now, even Ash would have been a little amazed, if not at a loss of words at that. She's left it up to me whether I'll ever give her the response she wants to hear or not. A little clever coming from her, if anyone would ask me. Let's tell her the truth. What I'm gonna do is save. Loki! I'm awakened from my slumber. Thank you so much for this self-look. You're 26 months in. Thank you. How you doing tonight? We're gonna tell her the truth. It's never easy, ain't it? She like that? Dude, do you think Ashton can catch up? Talking about my own problems, that is. Pretty good, so glad you're doing pretty good. Wait, look how low my Luke shit is. Fucking good. It'll never be, not by a long shot. No one have let it stay this way for so long. I realized that long ago, when the wounds are still fresh and the dreams are a nightly occurrence, you can't force yourself to get better or move on to better things. Anyways, Nate, dude, right? I want to make it as horrible as possible. I'm a Luke relationship right there, right? Now let's get back to zero. This is normal now, and I can only cope. Question in her eyes may be unwarranted, born simply out of curiosity and sincere concern for a friend. I don't owe her an explanation, in fact. But of all the people I keep close in my life, she's probably one of the very few who perhaps I can trust with this. Maybe she won't understand entirely. I can never hope she will. No, never to the full extent. That alone is expecting too much of her and giving too much of what I can. However, for all her shortcomings, I know she'll hear me out. And that's all I can ask of her.
My bad. I was kinda hoping you wouldn't have seen me with these.
Feels rattled lightly against the container when I gently set it back into its usual place. Yeah, rest until Luke is no longer an option because he's dead, right? Yeah, nice if your relationship is healthier. I am not sure. I think it might just affect the outcome of the game. I'm not too sure. I could be wrong. Always a small area closest to my laptop near the right hand. within reach whenever, and a quiet reminder of what I shouldn't miss every day.
What? Oh, is it bad? I was just thinking that maybe it's a cold like Becca's. Do you need me to get anything from the store? Soup or something? There's one nearby, right? I can run real quick and...
No, nothing of that sort. I'm perfectly healthy right now. It's really difficult to say, but can you promise me you'll listen at least?
What is this about, Zach?
I should have been upfront with you about this a long time ago. But Ashton found out without me telling him anything. But you already know how that guy is. Can't hide anything from him.
If it's something you're having trouble saying, you don't have to force yourself to tell me. I'll forget I ever saw anything and won't ask questions. Promise.
No, I need to get this off my chest eventually. Besides, we're already here. Might as well finish what I started, yeah?
If you say so.
She takes a seat on the couch, her posture easy and open, and her smile honest. As if this is just a simple talk between two friends on a regular day. Is far from one, where unreserved air is enough to stamp down the twinge of unease that threatens to come up.
Let's hear it then.
Oh, dear, right? And she does. True to her word, she listens while the story spills out of my mouth. Of Ma and Pa, that little old diner across the pond, and what it left in me that day. Can't recall most of it now. My own account jagged with a few missing details here and there. The passing years have eroded most of my recollection of the whole incident, all except for that one moment in the kitchen. The ringing of gunshots are as vivid as it sounded that day. Even Ma's hysterical scream the moment Pa's body hit the floor motionless, his lifeblood flowing out from under him, and the gunman was smiling. He was smiling when Pa opened the door to welcome him. He was smiling when he put a bullet to Pa's chest and Ma's head. Oh my god. Her stories of how the world can be a cruel place for people like us before. I never believed until that moment.
Nan and Gran took us right after that. Sis and I flew straight to New Jersey as soon as they heard the news.
God damn right!
A few days after, Ma and Pa were laid to rest. And we have a new home a continent away. I didn't even get the chance to take my favorite pillow with me.
Oh my god.
They said something about the change of environment will be good for us.
Jeez, we're right!
They had no idea the different kind of ghosts would follow me here.
I said the questions, mostly those brimming with childlike curiosity, and maybe some that are a little too hard to answer. But to her credit, she just sat there, lent her ears, and looked at me with no expectations or a canny judgment in her eyes. She appears wiser and older like this, easier to see the breadwinner in her. Her younger siblings are lucky to have her. When I'm done, after everything's been said, she wraps her arms around— oh my god. Oh my god. She wraps her arms around me, a bit awkward considering the gap in her height, but it gets her sentiment across. But it's difficult to answer this in kind, if I'm even supposed to reciprocate the gesture given my earlier apprehension. She pulls away shortly with a smile on her face. Not the reaction I braced myself for, but it's obviously better than what I imagined.
Are you not gonna say anything?
Am I supposed to say anything after? Like, apologize or something? I don't think that's very appropriate, but if you want to hear one, I can think of something real quick.
Not really. Other people have something to say after usually. And they're not necessarily nice either.
Oh? Okay then. I won't. I can't think of something anyway. Sorry. I'm not very good with this.
Yeah. Something else I did right? She's doing.
Who else knows, by the way?
My older sister, grandparents, and just Ash and you for now. Maybe I think I should tell Rebecca too, but...
But not right now?
Yeah, not
Right,
right
damn
now.
right it was.
When I'm ready. Like today.
I'm sure she'll be willing to hear you out once you do.
I don't doubt she will. I'm more afraid of how she'll react after. One step at a time, yeah? Whew. Surprisingly, it feels good to get that one out my chest. I was a little afraid you'd be angrier. I didn't tell you earlier than today.
I'm not angry. I'm just surprised. You didn't look like it. I wouldn't have suspected. I suppose that's how it often is, isn't it? We all have our... what's the word Becca uses? Inner demons? But this is something personal to you. I understand why you'd rather have a few people know.
That too. Well, these past few weeks haven't been easy for you. I didn't want to add that. Not after last night.
Something passes in her face. Brief, fleeting, and disappears right before I can recognize what it is.
You okay?
Yep, no worries. I'll be fine.
You just pass. What a light story! What kind of light story would you like?
Look, about last night. Never mind. This isn't a good time.
It was ass ripping!
But don't lose sleep over this, alright? What's important is you got what you want to say out. And if you need me, I'll be here.
I should be relieved. Her words are more than reassuring to my ears. It should be comforting hearing those alone and knowing I have another person to rely on if things ever go bad. But somehow, I find myself worrying more for her instead. I'll make another attempt to get the story out of her if I can, but this is a dance I know all too well, and with her, I doubt forcing her to say something would yield any results. As much as I want to imitate Ash, there's only so much I can ask that won't result in something a little over disastrous. At best, she'll stop talking to me until a week passes. At worst, I'd rather not risk it. I've never seen her angry. Outright annoyed, maybe an often directed at Ash, but never furious. What did they say again about happiest people when angered? Besides, it'd be unfair to her after our little chat.
So, food then?
Seems to lead at the brisk change of subject, and as if it has been simply waiting for its cue all this time, her stomach rumbles at the mention of food, rather loudly as a matter of fact.
Alrighty, Missy. We're going to get some chow now. Better be quick though. Can't have your stomach starting a revolution on us here.
Don't make fun of me. I'm not that hungry. Maybe a little. I didn't think I'd end up skipping dinner last night.
And now we have one starved stomach protesting. Sorry, it'll be nothing fancy, since I'm a little low on stocks. I should probably drop by the grocery store after the meeting this afternoon.
I can make a quick run for you if you want.
Nah, I've got enough to put together something nice here. Maybe. I could always improvise if we're missing an ingredient or two. It ain't like we're going for a Michelin 3-star status here. Also, didn't I say you're a guest? Is this a Filipino thing? Or just Rebecca rubbing off on you?
Soft laughter that comes from her doesn't quite reach her eyes. The answer is neither. Because if she stays idle, she'll remember.
On second thought, I might need a little help slicing up the potatoes while I prep the ham. You up for that?
What? Do you think instant noodles are all I'm about?
Good profile picture. I can't see it right now, but I'm sure it's beautiful.
I'll have you know, I can cook a mean paella with my eyes closed. All my siblings love it.
Sure you can. Come on. I think I know what we'll do with those spare ingredients.
I don't know if that's a good way to word that sentence, Isaiah, but also with your bunch and stuff. Sorry to hear about your hands, though. I hope they recovered okay. Oh my goodness, is that my favorite monkey, Pooh? How you doing, Monk? If you guys haven't checked out Major on Monk, make sure you check him out. Getting lots of learnings, awesome, wonderful, easy peasy, beautiful cover girl. With a massive effort to keep the mood light with small chatter, cooking ends up being a mostly quiet affair. Between us, the consistent clapping of the knife against the board and the muffled noise from the television I left running, words have become surprisingly difficult to string together. Meanwhile, I'm good, thank you for asking. Glad you're doing well. Are you home already, Monkey Pooh? Not entirely unusually. I've had moments like this before, but definitely unnerving with how things are now. I really wish someone else would come knocking at the door. As pleasant as this is, breaking the ice or keeping a conversation going has been my forte. That has always been Isabella's or Rebecca's apartment. That's not what the life story redeem is for. And also, I feel like the wording is a little, generalized. so to speak. Sometimes ashes, although most coming from him border on awkward or embarrassing. Speaking of the guy, he never did call back, and I'm willing to bet my entire yearly salary that he fell right back to sleep after that call. Oh, you beautiful people, I think we're doing pretty dang good, right?
Sorry, Bella, could you...
Yep, I got it. The potatoes are almost ready, by the way. I turned down the heat just in case. You might want to check on them, though. Hold on, I'll be right there.
Alright, I had to turn around and work early in the morning. Gross.
Sheesh, wait up. If you keep rapping at the door like that, you'll break it down. Ash.
Oh, good. You're awake.
I just already welcome myself in when I take my eyes away from the oven. I've been really keen with the notion of courtesies after he's warmed up to you. Up to this, Jesus. All 30 of my locks, he both can attest to that. He's a good fellow, though. Maybe a tad bit standoffish at first glance, but he's trustworthy.
Don't you have work today?
Good night, Coco. Thank you so much. You're super real.
I could ask the same of you. Hey, Izzy, man.
You're late. Something came up? You need to drop the Z-Man. It's getting old.
Sorry, I got caught with something at the precinct on the way here. Had to attend to that first before things got out of hand. I'd tell you about it, but you know how it can be with those kinds of things. Later.
And you're here because...
I accidentally clicked.
What? I'm not allowed to say hello?
I doubt you're here because of that.
Ah, my bad. Forgot to mention that. He called earlier looking for you. Rebecca's worried because you didn't come home last night.
You could have called my cell instead.
You weren't picking up. Anyway, I'd really hate to cut this little get-together short, but I need to be somewhere else. Come on, Isabella, let's get you home. I'll drop you off on the way.
Wait, we're going now?
But the potatoes! Lily claps a hand on her arm and begins ushering her out of the apartment, throwing a casual wave at me as they pass. Isabella, on the other hand, doesn't appear too fond of the idea. And sure enough, before they can even cross the threshold, she puts a firm foot down, the force alone enough to hold them both and catch the taller man off guard. It would have made for a funny picture. The way Ash almost crashes into her and Isabella giving him an indignant pout over her shoulder. Surprise and confusion are in his face all at once. Two things that rarely ever grace it if he can help it. A rare moment even for a small group. If only I had my camera with me, dang.
What is it?
Zach cooked something.
If it's just food, I'll get you something on the way back.
But the food! It's Zach's cooking. Real delicious food that actually tastes like food.
Damn.
At least stay and have a bite, please. Zach, help me here.
These two, whenever they're in the same room, sometimes it feels like herding a group of unruly kids instead of talking to two mature adults. One moment they're engaged in a pleasant chit-chat, and the next they're bickering over a minor issue. Frankly, if I didn't know any better and have an overactive imagination, I'd say there's something going on. Never mind how utterly impossible that idea is. Or it might just be me reading too much into things like always. I can already hear Ash's laughter if I so much as suggest such. I want to cook up a feast, cause these bitches need to taste my goddamn food.
I don't know about you two, but I think you guys should really stay. I've already made enough food for all of us, and it'd be a waste.
Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, they both like that. Wait, guys, look! My love of this Isabella is highest. I want to taste your video. Got me, you. No. So now that that's maxed, does that mean Isabella and Zach get together? That's Isabella, right?
Why, I cooked up that special honey glazed ham you two keep on yapping about.
Ooh, that
Got
sounds
some scalloped potatoes
delicious.
with onions and cheddar to go with it, too.
Yavin time readings. I shoot the two of them an apologetic look before sauntering over the kitchen, mittens in hand. The sweet smell of the glaze and salty tang of melted cheese wafts through the air as soon as I open the door and take out the two trays inside. The scent immediately fills the entire room, and even with the door and windows open, the mouth-watering aroma lingers. It's appealing enough that when I put the dishes down on the counter, another sour stomach protests loudly, followed by a burst of laughter. My head snaps up at the two of them, and I can't keep back the smile at the sight they make. Isabella is clinging to the door frame for support, doubled over with breathless laughter. Ash is more composed of the two, trying to look unconcerned, but a flush has crept up his neck and cheeks. It's clear whose stomach that came from, and Isabella's not going to let him live this down.
You're in no place to reject an offer of free food, Frey.
I wasn't rejecting anything.
Yeah, right? That was one hell of a feast, I think, right?
Damn it, I just missed a meal, that's all.
Aw, he's flustered.
Shut it! Those guys at the precinct said it was urgent. Somebody has to be responsible for it.
Well, aren't you precious?
Right. You know, if you keep laughing like that, you'll burst.
I'm sure it won't be as bad as your stomach suddenly rumbling like a starved.
Aye, kiddos, play nice. Food's gonna get cold if we keep this up. Ash, you gonna stay?
Might as well, since Scaredy Cat's so hell-bent on staying.
Aw, look at this! This is so sweet! I wonder how many achievements there are. I just got another one. Eventually settled down after the food has been served. The jars are replaced by another round of friendly chatter, mostly about what's on the news the night before. There is, however, a conscious effort to avoid mentioning what's currently on the headlines. The dead is never a good topic to talk over food in polite company, this case in particular. The wounds are too fresh, too soon. I'd likely avoid it as well if I were in her position. As someone I personally knew passed away in a gruesome manner like that, though perhaps the closest we got to broaching the topic is when the infamous mansion is brought up again. But even then, we're careful, Ash and I. We keep the conversation late and avoid bringing up her late business partner. It's the least we could do.
Right? Yeah, they're planning to move in soon. In fact, they already have a housewarming party planned.
Oh, okay, this is before the party.
It's why they wanted us to rush the papers.
Oh, that sounds
they wanted to send the
delicious.
invitations out as soon as possible.
Oh, now I get it.
Get what?
Remember what I told you last night about the new clients?
Vaguely? Sorry, I was a little out of it yesterday. Was it the photo shoot?
Yep, it's actually for the one you sold. Something. When you put it that way, I suppose it makes sense why my boss wants me to prioritize the couple. They can have those documents rushed at just a snap of their fingers. Then they're more influential than I initially thought.
Why didn't he say anything about what he saw to Isabella?
And I guess my boss is expecting a lot more from this project than I expected. Hope I can live up to it.
Your photographs are more than good enough, Zach. You'd probably win an international award if you let yourself. Ma'am Hana's easy to please, too. As long as you're good at following instructions.
Easier said than done. Different clients have different tastes after all.
Still, a week? I don't think that's possible.
Now that you mentioned it, yeah. They wanted everything finished at the earliest. To be honest, it's not unheard of, but...
But it's still weird. Still weird, yeah?
A slip of the tongue. So, barely noticeable to someone who's already familiar with Ash's ways, yet in this moment it's impossible to miss. Wait, what's on saying fishy? Wait, is that what they're gonna say, fishy? Ew, before he actually went to do that photo shoot, if I'm understanding correctly. Is it? It sounds like the timeline's so weird. Oh shit. Fuck, what did I say? I shoot him a curious glance, but he ignores it rather pointedly.
I can't exactly say it's like that, where I'm just the middleman after all. As much as I want to comment on it, I only know what's on the surface, not the in and outs.
I don't know, it seemed like he was like retracting his, reeling back on his words like a fish. Alright, tell, play that, right?
It's just that BRC and my boss are more hands-on with the legal stuff this time, despite having a separate department dedicated to it.
Maybe Mr. Wright helped with it too. They have their own legal team for this, don't they?
Well, they should have one. Especially for a big property like this.
Thank you so much, Akira Sasha. Thank you.
They have, but like I said, it's off our hands. Rose and I don't handle this stuff in the office. If anything, to me, this just means I'll be able to send the rest of the funds to Papa's treatment earlier.
I guess that makes a whole lot of sense. Officially off our instant noodle diet, aren't we?
Ash, has anyone ever told you that you have an uncanny way of ruining the mood?
Damn.
What? I was just saying. A few more months of stuffing your face with those, and I'm sure you'll start to look like a noodle cup.
Damn!
That's a pretty picture.
At least I don't live off convenience store food. Or make poor, unassuming pressure cookers explode.
What? How did you...
How'd you make it explode?
Oh, come on, Zach.
Sorry, it just came up while we were cooking earlier.
I'm impressed, Ashton Frey. You even made it to the news.
A one-time thing. And it wasn't as big as you seem to be imagining.
Oh, sure. Let's all pretend that one time you almost set my apartment on fire didn't happen too.
Hey, that was an accident.
You were making a salad, Ash.
Can we please move on to a different topic?
I can't believe, right? You're shocked at your time, right? It helps. Casual talk, the harmless teasing, the mundane story is interesting enough to let time and gas pass unnoticed. By the time lunch ends, the shells are no longer at forefront of my mind. If it's the same for Isabella, for whatever troubles her, I can never tell. These things, the anxiety, the fear, they ain't easily seen, ain't easily forgotten after all.
You go on ahead. I've got a few things I need to ask Zach. I'll be downstairs in a minute.
Vision briefly flashes in her eyes as she catches the keys he tosses over, but he doesn't give her an answer and waits for her to go on.
How
go
sure
ahead.
are you I won't be driving away with your Shirley?
You don't even have a license. Do you even know how to?
Papa taught me how. I'm probably a better driver than you. See you later, Zach. Thanks for the food.
Always has to have the last word, don't you?
You're welcome. I'll send you the recipe for the potatoes tonight.
Oh, I want that shit. Dude, what if they made the letter cookbook? Green's back in her face as she leaves and closes the door behind her. For a little while, after we're left alone, Ash goes wholly quiet, listening, waiting for her remaining footsteps in the hall to fade. The earlier amusement is gone from his face, replaced by what I can only describe as trepidation. I know that look all too well. When he's like this, he's expecting shit about to go down at some point soon.
That wasn't very nice, Ash. What was that with Isabella earlier? You're usually subtler with your questions.
They hired you.
Hired me who? Don't change the subject yet. What's really going on here?
The Wrights. Luke and Hannah Wright. You said your next gig is with them.
Is that what this is all about?
Just be careful around them. You have no idea what you're dealing with when it comes to that couple. I'd rather you stay as far away from them as possible, but you're already here. Isabella's their real estate agent. Seriously, of all the people in Luxburn.
Okay. I guess I'll just have to take your word for
Hey,
it.
so hey, that's some gas food, right? Hey, it'd be really good though, right? He nods, claps a comforting hand on my back, and turns to leave without another word. He's never been good with those. More often, he fumbles with what he wants to say. Miss Ash is alone are enough to tell me how grateful he is for the trust. He reaches for the knob as soon as he gets to the door, but doesn't turn it. Instead, he looks back and gestures with his head forward towards the table. I don't need to follow his line of sight to know what he's going to ask about. I thought he'd taken notice of it the moment he entered the room.
You back on those? I haven't seen you taking them in a year.
Yeah, I kinda had to. It got worse after the film fest. The dreams, that is. I don't think I'll be doing that again anytime soon.
Heard about that. Don't drop it, though. You don't want Becca scolding you. She actually enjoyed the movie you made, and she's hard to please.
Hi, give us your name, sorry, sleep real. Thank you so much for hanging out. What's a shady ass one, dude? I don't know.
Consider that a small victory.
You don't have to tell me. She already did. Rebecca and Bella both gave me an earful after I said the opposite. Promised them I wouldn't, but you can never tell. Hopefully, once I feel better, I'll be able to think about it properly. Speaking of Bella, she didn't open up to me, but maybe with you and Rebecca.
Yeah, I'll try. I can't promise anything, but I'll talk to her.
Thanks. That's all I'm asking.
This time, when he reaches for the door, he lets it close fully behind him without glancing back. A mild draft sweeps into the room as I close the door behind him, slightly disturbing the papers on the nearby fridge. A little note flutters by my feet, the letters on the surface glaring at me with mute intensity. Iron Guy Manager, 11 a.m. After Ash's warnings, they all hold a different meaning now. Let's see, what time is it? Okay, let's save here. Do do do. Do do do. We gotta listen to this now. Alright, we are going to end it here for tonight and we will continue tomorrow. But I'm still wholeheartedly enjoying this game so far. Like, it just only gets better. And there was less racism kind of this time. Just to do this game and no suit right, humming intensifies. But thank you guys so much again for hanging out. So we will be back tomorrow. Patrick, this is Patrick John. You guys say so nice and what's a good adjective here? Nice and humming. But we'll be back with more of this tomorrow. Maybe we can finish. We probably can't finish this game by Friday. That'd be kind of cool if we could. Maybe we could go a little extra longer one of these days. Yeah, you know it. So, shoot, hi, Gary. Guess we're interesting, right? Thank you so much for hanging out. Next sleep well, but not actually. I know when you sleep. Hey there, Shira. Thanks so much for hanging out. John, thank you have a good rest night sleep well. They see like way more racism. I feel like there was a lot more moments of like, you know, race-related things, but you know, at least they didn't drop that hard R. This time, so like that was like kind of nice, I guess. Maybe it's just because I was like expecting more from you know, from Luke that I was like, alright, I'm a little more praised. Hey, she is always that fine. Thanks for hanging out, girl. Thank you. Wow. Thank you, my pie. Thank you so much for money. Have a good rest of the day. Wow. Thank you guys so much again for hanging out. We will be back tomorrow. No way, it was the hard T. No, the hard T. Yeah, it was the hard R. It was the hard R. If you wanna see, it was 3 hours and 30 minutes around there. In last night's VOD. Yes, I did during junk, but dude, honestly though, thank you so much for hanging out there for the sleep well. Thank you. And thank you guys so much again for coming. So we'll be back tomorrow. Until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful night. Sleep well, eat the vegetables, and I will see you on next time. I love you all. Mwah!